Chapter 700. Stop mumbling. Let's go. Zhao Baoshan urged her again. I know, old man. Hua Chunhua replied. She took a few deep breaths and continued climbing. The mountain path was not easy to walk on, and the stones were slippery. After walking for a while, Hua Chunhua felt that she could not take it anymore. She said to Zhao Wenshi, Eldest brother, carry me on your back. Your mother can't walk anymore. Carry me up the mountain. Zhao Wenshi frowned. Mother, the mountain path is so difficult. How can I carry you? I can't even walk on my own. I'm not that heavy. Why can't you carry me? Hua Chunhua thought that Zhao Wenshi was trying to shirk the responsibility. Mother, if you don't believe me, let second brother carry you on his back. Let's see if second brother can carry you. Zhao Wenshi pushed all the responsibility to Zhao Wenshi. Hua Chunhua's gaze fell on Zhao Wenshi again. Zhao Wenshi said bitterly, Mother, my stamina is worse than eldest brother's. Look at me. I'm taking medicine. How can I carry you? Hua Chunhua looked at her two sons angrily. Both eldest brother and second brother said no. They were unreliable. You two brats. I can't count on you. Hua Chunhua said angrily. Especially second brother. He was so focused on doing that he did not think about his mother. At this moment, Zhao Wenshi stepped forward. Mother, let me carry you. Zhao Wenshi came back from town because he went to visit the tombs during the Qingming festival. He saw that his mother was exhausted from climbing the mountain and did not care about her. Hua Chunhua was actually not that heavy. She was small and skinny. He estimated that she was only about 80 kilograms. It was not heavy to carry her. Hua Chunhua was touched by Zhao Wenshi's suggestion, but she did not agree. Wensheng, you're a student. This kind of physical work is not for you to do. Mother, aren't you tired? Zhao Wenshi frowned. I'm tired. But I can't let you carry me. It's not easy for you to come back, so you should rest more. Hua Chunhua said with a smile. Among these sons, Hua Chunhua loved Zhao Wenshi the most. Mother, it's all right. Wensheng, don't worry about mother. Don't you still have your third and fourth brothers? Just let them carry you. Hua Chunhua said. As she spoke, Hua Chunhua called out to Zhao Wenhua. Third brother, come here and carry your mother. Zhao Wenhua frowned. It was not that he did not want to carry Hua Chunhua, but he had been busy for the past 2 days because of the foundation. Now his body was sore. How could he have the strength to carry Hua Chunhua? It was not easy for him to climb the mountain. Now his legs were weak. Mother, I can't carry you either. Zhao Wenhua said cowardly. He knew that after he said that, Hua Chunhua would definitely be angry. All right, third brother. You used to say that you were the most honest and filial son. After we split up, you don't have a mother like me anymore, right? Damn it, how did I raise such a heartless son? Hua Chunhua scolded. It was annoying to listen to her. Zhao Yin could not stand it anymore. Hua Chunhua made it sound like her father was evil beyond redemption. Thus she said sarcastically, Grandmother, you're wrong. Eldest uncle and second uncle didn't carry you. Why didn't you say anything? Why did you call my father unfilial and heartless when he didn't carry you? Moreover, it's not that my father didn't want to carry you, but that he couldn't. These 2 days he was so tired that his body couldn't take it anymore. Now that he has to climb the mountain himself, how could he have the strength to carry you? Chapter 701. Zhao Yun'er was a sharp-tongued brat. No one could outtalk her. Zhao Yunlong saw that Zhao Yun'er had helped to explain, so he did not say anything. It could be considered that he agreed with Zhao Yun'er's words. Mother, what Yun'er said is right. Third brother has been tired these past 2 days. Let me carry you. Zhao Wentao stepped forward and said. Hua Chunhua mumbled something under her breath. Then fourth brother should carry me. Mother, come on up. Okay. Just as Hua Chunhua was about to climb onto Zhao Wentao's back, Zhao Baoshan scolded. What's there to carry? Let her walk on her own, just support her. It's uphill. If she accidentally slips on the back, both of them will fall down. At that time, who knows how they'll fall to their deaths? Zhao Baoshan had a point. The mountain road was indeed slippery. Even a person had to be careful when walking alone, let alone carrying another person. Hua Chunhua was worried about her safety when she heard that, so she said to Zhao Wentao, Fourth brother, you should support me. I don't want us to fall. Okay then, mother. I'll support you. Okay. Zhao Xinhui, who was following behind them, panted and shouted. Big brother, second brother. Which one of you can support me? I'm so tired that I can't walk. Big brother, you should support little sister. I can't. Zhao Wenshui urged. Zhao Wenshu pursed his lips. He didn't want to, but Zhao Wenshui would definitely talk about his physical strength again. He couldn't admit that his physical strength was worse than Zhao Wenshui's. That would be admitting that his convenience was worse than Zhao Wenshui's too. Hence he said, I know. He looked at his little sister. She was delicate and didn't come from a rich family. She was so troublesome every day. Old Zhao's other girls also went up the mountain. They didn't complain about being tired. Thank you, big brother. Zhao Xinhui thanked him. Let's go. Zhao Wenshu replied unhappily. Old Zhao's group continued walking. Soon, they bumped into Ma Xiaofeng and Qian Chuanxiu, who were also going up the mountain to visit the graves. However, the two girls were squatting on the ground for some reason. Zhao Tianan went forward and asked, Xiaofeng, what's wrong with you two? Ma Xiaofeng frowned and replied, Tianan, my mother accidentally sprained her ankle. It wasn't easy to sprain an ankle while going up and down the mountain. Xiaofeng didn't know what to do. She was a girl and didn't have enough strength. She couldn't support or carry her mother. Xiaofeng, I'll help you support your mother then. Our graves are just next to each other. Once we go down the mountain, we can help your mother down the mountain together. Tianan's SS. Tianan's SS, thank you. Tianan's thank you. If it weren't for you, my mother and I wouldn't know what to do. Zhao Tianan smiled shyly. Of course. We're from the same village. We should help each other if there's anything. Tianan's SSSSS. Not bad. Qian Chuanxiu looked at Zhao Tianan. He was much better than his second sister. Auntie, you flatter me. Zhao Tianan smiled shyly. He seemed a little embarrassed. Mother, Tianan is fine. Ma Xiaofeng quickly put in a good word for Zhao Tianan in front of Qian Chuanxiu. Otherwise, she was afraid that her mother wouldn't agree to her being with Zhao Yun, after arguing with her. Chapter 702. Liang Jinxiao frowned when he heard Zhao Ping'er's words. He was worried. If the girl's family and Zhao Tianan agreed to be together with Ma Xiaofeng, and they said no, Zhao Tianan would probably be angry. Zhao Ping'er continued. Mother, you can go to Xiaofeng's house to propose marriage. Liang Jinxiao replied impatiently. All right, you don't have to interfere in this matter. Your father and I have our own plans. Mother. Zhao Ping'er pouted. She felt that her mother didn't want her brother to be together with Ma Xiaofeng. Zhao Wenshui saw this situation and rushed to Qian Chuanxiu excitedly. He said to Qian Chuanxiu, Tianan is still young and can't lift himself up. Let me help him. Second uncle. It's okay, I'll do it. Zhao Wenshui said as he pulled Qian Chuanxiu up. Li Chuiying's face darkened when she saw Zhao Wenshui's eagerness. Tianan's father, what are you doing? She's a woman. Aren't you afraid of being gossiped about by others? Zhao Wenshui said nonchalantly. What's wrong with that? We're from the same village. When I see someone in trouble, I have to help. How dangerous is it for a woman to stay in the middle of the mountain? How can I just leave her here? I helped her out of kindness, but she didn't help me. What right do you have to gossip about me? Zhao Wenshui spoke in a righteous manner. Li Chuiying knew her man's personality very well. When it came to helping others, she had never seen him help anyone before. He was so attentive this time, because he liked Qian Chuanxiu, the pretty widow. This B***TCH actually seduced her man, just because she had a pretty face. Hua Chunhua couldn't help but say sarcastically, Second brother, you're really interesting. You don't even support your mother. Why are you so kind as to support another woman? That's right, second brother. You didn't even help little sister, and asked me to help her. Now you're helping someone else. Zhao Wenshu scolded. Zhao Xinhui snorted. Second brother, you're so kind. You don't even care about your own family. And now you're helping others. Sigh, my little sister and mother aren't as important as other women. The more they talked, the angrier Hua Chunhua got. This second brother is really a jerk. He was the most heartless person in the family. How did I give birth to such an unfilial son? Zhao Wenshui was bombarded by old Zhao's family members. Zhao Yun'er watched from the side, and couldn't help but want to laugh. It was really lively. Zhao Yin'er knew the reason why Zhao Wenshui did this. She guessed that Zhao Wenshui and Qian Chuanxiu's shady business hadn't been discovered by anyone yet. If old Zhao's family members knew about it, they would probably make a big fuss. However, this was old Zhao's family matter. She didn't want to get involved at the moment. Li Chuiying saw Qian Chuanxiu's face, which was much prettier than hers, and a wave of jealousy surged in her heart. Tianyu's father, mother and little sister are right. You don't have to help them. Someone will help them. Besides, these people have to distinguish between people. Some people can help, and some people can't. Don't help them casually. You may be bewitched by a vixen, and your whole family won't be decent. Li Chuiying said sarcastically. After hearing this, Qian Chuanxiu became angry. You be *tch. What do you mean? Qian Chuanxiu asked angrily. Chapter 703. Ehe, you're just upset that your man helped someone else, right? I wasn't the one who asked him to help. If you have the ability, you can argue with your man. Why are you talking to me? Qian Chuanxiu said coldly. Okay. Be *tch. You're still in the right after seducing someone. What kind of person is this? Let everyone be the judge. Li Chuiying said sharply at the top of her voice. There were already many people going up the mountain. At this time, some villagers came over to join in the fun. Zhao Wenshui was afraid that Qian Chuanxiu would be angry and ignore him. So he hurriedly said to Li Chuiying fiercely, You woman, what are you talking about? I'm just helping someone, but you're making it sound so dirty. Aren't you deliberately tarnishing your man's reputation? This time, the rest of old Zhao's family stood on Li Chuiying's side. Zhao Wenshui said, Second brother, second sister-in-law is right. You're helping her and not our family. It's hard for people not to think too much, right? Hua Chunhua also snorted. That's right. You deserve to be killed. She's a widow, but you don't know how to avoid her. Aren't you afraid that the villagers will gossip if you help her? Even if you don't think it's embarrassing, our old Zhao's family does. Also, she's a jinx. Don't interact too much with her, or you'll be jinxed to death. Hua Chunhua's words completely angered Qian Chuanxiu. What kind of people was this family? They actually looked down on her. How could they talk about her like this? Although she wasn't liked in the village, this was the first time someone had said this to her face. You be *cheese. Say it again, and see if I'll tear your mouths apart. I haven't even found out about the time you framed my Xiaofeng for stealing from your family. You're framing me again. Qian Chuanxiu said angrily. Because Ma Xiaofeng was framed for stealing the silver, the villagers secretly talked about it a few times. They didn't expect that the one who stole the silver from old Zhao's family was Zhao Wenshui. Speaking of this, old Zhao's family felt a little guilty. After all, they were the ones who were unreasonable in that matter. Framing someone casually was a big deal, especially when it was said that the person was a thief. If it weren't for Zhao Yin'er defending her, wouldn't she have been framed by old Zhao's family? Seeing that old Zhao's family members felt guilty and stopped talking, Qian Chuanxiu said again, I'm telling you, although my Xiaofeng doesn't have a father, I'm not someone you can mess with. Today, you have to give me an explanation. You have to make it up to my Xiaofeng. Otherwise, I'll go to Li Zheng's place to make a fuss and judge. This. Old Zhao's family suddenly panicked. Compensation? How could they compensate? Could it be that he had to give her something? They didn't have that much money. They couldn't bear to spend money to buy things. Let's not talk about my matter. My Xiaofeng didn't frame you, right? Don't think that I'm afraid of you just because you have more people in old Zhao's family. Our village is reasonable. Qian Chuanxiu put her hands on her waist and said a little arrogantly. Anyway, she was in the right, so she wasn't afraid. After old Zhao's family members fell silent, Zhao Baoshan stood up and said seriously, All right, that matter was indeed our old Zhao's family's fault. I'll apologize to Xiaofeng first. Later, our family will send 2 caddies of meat to her as compensation. Hearing Zhao Baoshan's words, Qian Chuanxiu was satisfied. That's fine. Don't say that I'm unreasonable. Your old Zhao's family was in the wrong first. Chapter 704. It's good that you know. Looking at Qian Chuanxiu's smug look, old Zhao's family gritted their teeth in anger. Lao air, let's hurry up and go up the mountain. Don't dawdle here. You don't have to help her. There are so many people here. You don't need to help her. Hua Chunhua scolded. Mom. Zhao Wenshui wanted to say something, but Hua Chunhua scolded. Go. If you don't go, then get out of here. Don't ever come back to old Zhao's family. Zhao Wenshui knew that his mother was angry inside. Mom. Okay then. He looked at Qian Chuanxia worriedly, hoping that Qian Chuanxia would ignore him. Zhao Tianan wanted to help, but Hua Chunhua stopped him. Tianan, what are you doing? Hurry up and follow them. Why do you care about other people's business? If you have so much free time, you can take care of our family's land later. Okay, Grandma. Zhao Tianan was also a soft-tempered person. He was used to being controlled by Hua Chunhua, so he was more obedient to Hua Chunhua. Therefore, Ma Xiaofeng and Qian Chuanxia were left behind by old Zhao's family. Zhao Yin'er curled her lips. Today's matter was all thanks to her grandma. Otherwise, Zhao Tianan and Ma Xiaofeng's relationship might have been closer. What kind of people are they? Weirdos. Qian Chuanxia's cursing voice sounded behind Zhao Yin'er. None of old Zhao's family members are good people. Xiaofeng, mother is telling you don't have any dealings with them. Qian Chuanxia scolded and warned Ma Xiaofeng. Mom. Otherwise, Mom won't forgive you. Hearing Qian Chuanxia's words, Zhao Yin'er was somewhat happy. If the relationship between old Zhao's family and Qian Chuanxia was strained, Ma Xiaofeng and Zhao Tianan would have a bigger obstacle. This was a good thing. On the way, Zhao Ping'er couldn't help but complain. Grandma, why are you quarreling with Xiaofeng's mother? Now, Xiaofeng's mother will definitely not agree to Xiaofeng marrying Tianan. When Zhao Tian, who was walking to the side, heard Zhao Ping'er's words, he frowned and looked disappointed. She looked very sad, and her voice became somewhat dull and lifeless. Liang Jinxiao said, Your grandmother and the others have their reasons. What are you talking about? I just feel that Grandma and the others are wrong. That's enough. Let's go up the mountain. Liang Jinxiao urged. Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips. Her mother really didn't care about her brother. After walking for a while, old Zhao's family finally arrived at their ancestor's grave. Their ancestor's grave consisted of a few mounds of earth where their ancestors were buried. In ancient times, people buried their ancestors, unlike modern people who cremated their ancestors. When they arrived at the grave, old Zhao's family placed the vegetables in front of the grave, arranged them properly, and then began to burn paper money and yellow paper. Burn more. Our ancestor will have money to spend in the afterlife, Zhao Baoshan exhorted. Father, we bought a lot of gold ingots this year, Zhao Wentao said with a smile. Zhao Baoshan nodded. That's right, this year's items were all bought by Yin'er. Our ancestor will have money to spend in the afterlife. Although the gold ingots made of paper were very expensive, old Zhao's family couldn't bear to buy them in the past. Haha. Our ancestor will definitely bless Yin'er more after receiving the gold ingots that Yin'er bought. Of course. Yin'er is blessed. That's why our ancestor is especially important. Don't forget that when the family is rich and living conditions are good, you have to burn more for them, so that they can live a good life in the afterlife. Chapter 705. Old Zhao's family members spoke one after another. There was so much paper money today. Since their ancestors had received it, they would naturally protect their family. The villagers were more superstitious about this. Zhao Yin'er didn't think much of it. She lived her own life and walked her own path. She had never thought of relying on others to make her life easier. Who's going to set off the firecrackers? Zhao Baoshan asked. I'll go, Dad. Zhao Wentao said. All right, go ahead. Okay. Setting off the firecrackers was dangerous. Many people didn't dare to set them off, especially the women in old Zhao's family. When the firecrackers went off, they couldn't wait to hide far away, afraid that they would be hit. Li Chuiying frowned when she saw the firecrackers. She reminded Zhao Wentao. Fourth brother, take it further away. Don't set it off again. Don't set it off again. Zhao Wentao nodded. Got it, second sister-in-law. Just as Zhao Wentao was about to move further away, Zhao Baoshan stopped him. Don't go too far. Otherwise, what's the point of putting it on someone else's grave? Zhao Wentao thought about it and agreed. So he took the firecrackers back. Dad, this thing is scary, Li Chuiying muttered. If it's scary, then go further away. You can't set it off on our ancestors' graves, right? Then. Okay, Dad. Mom, you're so timid. You're scared of this. Coward. Zhao Tianyu looked at Li Chuiying with disdain. Li Chuiying pursed her lips and said, Child, isn't this normal? The firecrackers are dangerous. It's bad if they get hit. You and Mom should move further away. I don't want to. If you're scared, don't drag me into it, coward. Li Chuiying was a little helpless. Okay. You can stand there then. She wanted to move further away. She was scared when she saw the firecrackers. Mom, wait for me, Zhao Jinger said. Okay, let's go. Let's move. Yeah. Fourth brother, you can release it later. Wait for us to leave. Li Chuiying urged again. Got it, second sister-in-law. Zhao Tianfu frowned, looking a little scared. Zhao Yun'er then asked, Tianan, should we move a little further away? Second sister. What happened? Does that mean I'm a coward if I leave? Zhao Yun'er smiled. I'm not a coward. Who doesn't have something to be afraid of? Let's go, second sister will accompany you. Yeah. After Zhao Yun'er said so, Zhao Tianfu's psychological burden was lifted. Zhao Tianyu mocked. A coward is a coward. Ha. As he spoke, he made a face at Zhao Tianfu and stuck out his tongue. Looking at Zhao Tianyu, Zhao Yun'er got angry. What kind of brat is this? This is all because his parents didn't teach him well, and had no manners. Zhao Yun'er couldn't be bothered to argue with a child. Second sister. Zhao Tianfu looked at Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Yun'er patted Tianfu's head and said, It's okay, Tianfu. Don't think so much. Don't care about what others say. Just be yourself. Yeah, I got it, second sister. After waiting for old Zhao's women and children to move further away, Zhao Wentao began to set off the firecrackers. Crackle, crackle. The sound of the firecrackers rang out. In order to show that he was brave, Zhao Tianyu got very close to the firecrackers. Tianyu, don't get so close. It'll blow you up, Li Chuiying shouted worriedly. Chapter 706. As soon as Li Chuiying finished speaking, the firecrackers exploded on Zhao Tianyu's body. Ah! Zhao Tianyu let out a pitiful cry. The firecrackers were still going off. Li Chuiying didn't dare to step forward, and hurriedly urged Zhao Wenshui. Tianyu, his father, go and take a look. What's wrong with our Tianyu? Zhao Wenshui was also afraid of the firecrackers, and didn't dare to step forward. Wait a moment. I'll go after the firecrackers are gone. Li Chuiying stomped her feet in anger. You good for nothing. Why are you afraid of firecrackers when you're a man? Zhao Wenshui retorted indignantly. So what if I'm a man? Can't a man be afraid of firecrackers? Second brother, second sister-in-law, stop arguing. I'll go take a look. Zhao Wenhua said, and rushed toward Zhao Tianyu. He immediately carried Zhao Tianyu over his shoulder. Ah! Tianyu's hand was injured by the explosion. Li Chuiying panicked when she saw the blood on Zhao Tianyu's hand. What should we do, Tianyu? How are you? Li Chuiying asked anxiously. Zhao Tianyu burst into tears. Mother, it hurts. It hurts so much. Tianyu's father, think of something. What should Tianyu do now? Zhao Wenshui was also at a loss as he replied. You're asking me? Who should I ask? Tianyu, you have to hang in there. Father, mother, it hurts. Zhao Tianyu continued to whine. Zhao Yun'er watched from the side and thought to herself, serves him right. Wasn't this naughty child very cocky? He must have suffered a lot now, right? If he doesn't suffer a few times, he won't know how high the sky is. Ah, my son, why are you so pitiful? Why did you go near the firecrackers? Li Chuiying cried with heartache, and wiped the tears from the corners of her eyes. She only had one son, and cherished him dearly. Now that something had happened to Zhao Tianyu, he was more distressed than anyone else. As he spoke, he placed the blame on Zhao Wentao. I told fourth brother to set off the firecrackers further away, but he didn't listen to me. Now, he's blown up our family's Tianyu. Zhao Wentao didn't know what to say. His second sister-in-law just casually blamed others, but he could understand. His second sister-in-law must have panicked when Zhao Tianyu suffered such a serious injury. He wanted to retort, but he held back. Zhao Yun'er sneered and interrupted. Second aunt, you're really strange. Even if you set it off on my family's grave, it doesn't matter. So many people weren't affected, but your family's Tianyu was. Why is that? Wasn't it because Tianyu didn't move away? He even purposely moved closer to the firecrackers. Who could he blame? No matter how far fourth uncle set off the firecrackers, he would still chase after them. Li Chuiying glared at Zhao Yuner angrily. You wretched girl. You don't feel sorry for our Tianyu at all when he's injured. You're even gloating. How can there be such a person like you? You're speaking up for your fourth uncle. I'm just happy to see our Tianyu injured, right? Second aunt, you're really good at spouting nonsense. Tianyu is injured because you didn't teach him well. You should be the one to bear the responsibility. Chapter 707. Li Chuiying said with a bitter face. Father, what should we do with Tianyu now? Zhao Baoshan was silent for a moment. You and second brother take Tianyu down the mountain first, and then ask the doctor to come and take a look at him. We will go back after visiting the other graves. Li Chuiying thought it was the only thing they could do. There was no one on the mountain who could treat her Tianyu's wound. We need to ask the doctor? Hua Chunhua frowned when she heard that. It was not because of anything else, but because she thought it would cost a lot of money to ask for a doctor. It would cost at least a few hundred copper coins to buy a few kilograms of meat. Yes, mother, we must ask for a doctor. Otherwise, what if something happens to Tianyu? Then I don't want to live anymore. I'll go with him. Hua Chunhua was unhappy. Tianyu, you son of a bitch. Why did you have to go to the front of the firecrackers? Now he is injured. We have to spend money for nothing again. Second brother's wife. If you don't teach him a lesson, you will be in trouble. Yes, mother. Li Chuiying answered timidly. Her Tianyu was injured like this, but Hua Chunhua, as his grandmother, did not care about him at all. She only cared about her money. Hurry up and take Tianyu down, Zhao Baoshan said. Yes, father. Li Chuiying said and asked Zhao Wenshui to carry Zhao Tianyu quickly. Tianyu is so heavy now. It must be tiring to carry him down the mountain, Zhao Wenshui murmured. Li Chuiying was angry. You say you are tired after carrying your own son? Why didn't you say you are tired after carrying other women? Zhao Wenshui frowned and said, Woman, are you trying to compete with him on purpose? I'm telling the truth. You're so heartless. Even your own son can't compare to that wild woman outside. The more Li Chuiying thought about it, the sadder he felt. You two seem to have something on your minds. Are you going to send Tianyu back? Zhao Baoshan urged. Yes. Father, Tianyu and I will head down first. Zhao Baoshan replied. After Zhao Wenshui and Li Chuiying left, old Zhao's family continued to visit the grave. After he was done with one grave mound, he burned some paper money and moved on to another grave mound. Because there was more than one ancestor, there was more than one burial place. Next, we are going to worship my grandfather. Zhao Baoshan sighed. When he was young, his grandfather was still around. In the blink of an eye, he had become a grandfather. No, a great-grandfather. His eldest grandson had gotten married and had given birth to Yang. He could be considered to have 4 generations living under the same roof. Father, I heard that your great-grandfather used to be a bandit. Is that true? Zhao Wentao gossiped and asked. When he was young, he was told by the villagers that he was a descendant of bandits. He didn't know whether it was true or not. Anyway, he didn't know his great-grandfather. Zhao Baoshan nodded. Yes, your great-grandfather was indeed a bandit. He was even the second in command. Zhao Baoshan sighed. He had felt embarrassed before and didn't tell his children. Now that he thought about it, several generations had passed. What was the point of talking about their ancestors? As long as they weren't bandits. Then why did your great-grandfather come to our village instead of being a bandit? Zhao Wentao asked curiously. Chapter 708. Oh, I see. Luckily something bad happened. Otherwise, we would all be bandits now. Zhao Wentao sighed with emotion. In this era, people still looked down on bandits. They were not as good as ordinary people. After all, bandits often robbed ordinary people's things and looted nearby villages. Even the government wanted to encircle and suppress them. Haha, yes. That's right. After that, no one dares to enter the mountain anymore. Everyone is saying that there are evil things in the mountain. No wonder no one dares to enter the mountain now. Zhao Yun'er followed behind. Listening to the gossip, she felt it was somewhat interesting. It turned out that there was a story behind why people in the village were unwilling to go to the mountain. Fortunately, the bandits' nest was gone. Otherwise, the village would not be so peaceful now. The better a family's life was, the more they would be targeted by bandits. Who knew whether bandits would break into the house to loot things in the future? After walking for a while, they arrived at Zhao Baoshan's grandfather's grave. It was spring, and weeds were growing on it. Many of them were thorny brambles. In addition to Zhao Yun'er's family, Zhao Baoshan's brothers also came to the grave to worship their ancestors. Seeing that Zhao Yun'er's family not only brought a lot of things for worship, but they also brought gold ingots. Compared with a few pieces of yellow paper and a few sticks of incense, they seemed a little shabby. Zhao Yun'er's eldest grandmother, Mrs. Hu, said, "Now you're even willing to buy gold ingots. You use these good things to worship the grave." There was a hint of jealousy in Madame Hu's tone. Zhao Baoshan said, "It's Yuna who bought it. It's only once a year, so it doesn't matter if we buy more." Mrs. Hu snorted softly. "Your life is getting better and better. But I remember that Yun'er hasn't come to the grave for a few years. Let her come over this year." Previously, they didn't let Zhao Yun'er come over. Not because Zhao Yun'er didn't want to, but because the old Zhao family felt that it was shameful for Zhao Yun'er to be pregnant before marriage. If she came over to visit the grave, it would be shameful in front of the old ancestor. At that time, the old ancestor would be unhappy. This time, they asked Zhao Yun'er to come over because they couldn't afford to offend Zhao Yun'er. In addition, the incense and paper money were all bought by Zhao Yun'er. Daodu was the son of Shi Ziyi. Who could say that Zhao Yun'er was still the same as before? She was a disgrace to the old Zhao family. After Madame Hu finished speaking, old Zhao's family members felt a little embarrassed. Zhao Baoshan cleared his throat. The past is the past, and the present is the present. Yun'er is different now. Yes, Yun'er is more capable now. If she wasn't capable, I guess you wouldn't have let her come over. Mrs. Hu sneered. Old Zhao's family members looked at Zhao Yun'er nervously. They were afraid that Zhao Yun'er would be angry. What had happened in the past was their fault. Zhao Yun'er smiled. She guessed that Mrs. Hu was deliberately trying to make her quarrel with the old Zhao family. If she took it seriously, Mrs. Hu would be looking forward to it. All right, let's hurry up and visit the grave, Zhao Yun'er's eldest uncle Zhao Baojun said. Mrs. Hu finally closed her mouth. Seeing that Zhao Baoshan's family had bought so many things to worship the ancestors, she felt uneasy. Chapter 709. After they were done in front of the grave, Zhao Baoshan discussed with Zhao Baojun, "Eldest brother, our grandfather's grave hasn't been cleaned properly for a few years. Why don't we pick a time to clean up the grass on the grave and pick up some new soil?" Basically, the villagers would clean up the more dilapidated graves that their descendants liked, so that the grave wouldn't appear too desolate. Zhao Baojun glanced at the grave. It was indeed time to clean it up. It was easy to say, but it took more time to clean it up. They had to pick up new soil from other places. It would take at least a day, and it would be tiring. Before Zhao Baojun could say anything, Madame Hu jumped out. "Second brother, your family is rich now. This is all thanks to the ancestors' blessing, so it should be your family's work. There's no need to drag our family into it. It's too slow for a family to work. Let's each contribute one person. It'll be faster, right?" Zhao Baoshan said with a frown. He didn't like what Madame Hu said. Although there was no need to fuss about this between brothers, he didn't want to push all the responsibility onto them. Besides, in their branch only Zhao Yun'er was rich. The rest of old Zhao's family didn't get any benefits. "Second brother, this is your fault. There are so many men in your family. Can't you just have a few more? Why do you have to drag our other branches into it?" Madame Hu replied unhappily. Hua Chunhua wasn't one to suffer losses. She argued with Madame Hu. "Why should my family contribute? No matter how good my family's life is, it's our business. Don't bring up so many reasons. If it's not related, then it's just that you don't want to do it." Seeing that Hua Chunhua and Madame Hu were about to quarrel, Zhao Baojun hurriedly said, "Don't quarrel. It's our old ancestor. Since we're picking a new grave, We should naturally work together. Everyone in the branch will contribute. Don't fight over this. Otherwise, if the old ancestor is unhappy, no one will have a good life. Eldest brother is right. Let's all work together. They had finally reached an agreement on the matter of the new grave. Old Zhao's family continued to visit a few more graves before they were finally done. Then they prepared to go down the mountain. On the way back, they bumped into Lu Lei and Xiao Hong. Ah, Zhao Yun'er, look, isn't that Lu Lei and Xiao Hong? Zhao Ping shouted in front of Zhao Yun'er. She gloated and said, Lu Lei is carrying Xiao Hong behind her back. I guess he has taken a fancy to her. Zhao Yun'er looked over. Xiao Hong was bashful on Lu Lei's back. Zhao Yun'er's heart was calm. She didn't care who Lu Lei was with. If she wasn't with Lu Lei, she couldn't stop him from looking for someone else. After all, he did not treat Lu Lei as a spare tire. Zhao Yun'er just didn't expect Lu Lei and little Xiao Hong to be together. Zhao Yun'er had seen Xiao Hong's hypocrisy before. Could it be that Lu Lei was blind, or that Xiao Hong was too good at pretending? Seeing that Zhao Yun'er didn't respond, Zhao Ping mocked. Zhao Yun'er, Lu Lei used to like you. Now that he's been snatched away, you must feel terrible, right? Haha. Zhao Yun'er was a little speechless. She didn't know what Zhao Ping was so happy about. Wasn't it just a man? She was the only one who treated men as treasures. Boring. Zhao Yun'er rolled her eyes and said to Zhao Ping. Chapter 710. Lu Lei and Xiao Hong, who were approaching, heard Zhao Ping's words. Lu Lei looked at Zhao Yun'er nervously. He didn't expect to bump into Zhao Yun'er on the way. Although he didn't do anything, he couldn't help but feel guilty. He was afraid that Zhao Yun'er would be angry. Xiao Hong, who was on Lu Lei's back, said to Zhao Yun'er apologetically, Yun'er, don't be angry with Brother Lu. Don't misunderstand us. I accidentally sprained my foot when I went down the mountain. Brother Lu happened to pass by and carried me on his back. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. Xiao Hong said it, as if she was thinking for Lu Lei. If Zhao Yun'er made a fuss about it, she would seem narrow-minded. Zhao Yun'er smiled. Xiao Hong was really interesting. She was so scheming. Lu Lei was an honest man, so he was easily deceived by Xiao Hong's hypocrisy. Sister Xiao Hong, what are you talking about? When did I get angry? When did I misunderstand you? You think too much. Besides, even if there is something between you two, it doesn't matter. Why do you have to explain it to me so clearly? Zhao Yun'er said with a smile. But just now, I heard from Sister Ping, that Sister Yun'er felt uncomfortable. I thought you might have misunderstood me and Brother Lu. Xiao Hong pretended to be pitiful. Sister Yun'er, I know that Brother Lu only has you in his heart. Sister Yun'er, please don't think too much. Zhao Ping is just talking nonsense. You don't have to take it seriously. Zhao Yun'er replied indifferently. She didn't want to continue arguing with Xiao Hong about this issue. Sister Yun'er, Zhao Yun'er replied impatiently. Sister Xiao Hong, there was nothing wrong at first, but you made it seem like there was something wrong. If you and Brother Lu are innocent, then so be it. You keep emphasizing it. Aren't you trying to cover it up a little? Yun'er, all right, my father and the others have gone far away. I have to follow them. Slow down. It's not easy to go down the mountain. After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, she turned around and did not even bother to look at the two of them. After Zhao Yun'er left, Xiao Hong said to Lu Lei in an aggrieved tone, Brother Lu, I was just explaining to Sister Yun'er so that she wouldn't misunderstand us. I'm not mad at you, but Sister Yun'er, Lu Lei sighed. He didn't know if Zhao Yun'er was happy to see him piggybacking Xiao Hong or not, but judging from Zhao Yun'er's tone, she was clearly displeased. It's fine, Xiao Hong. If Yun'er misunderstands us, it's fine. Lu Lei's tone carried a trace of helplessness and a sigh. Xiao Hong pretended to be considerate and asked, Brother Lu, aren't you afraid that Sister Yun'er will be angry? I know that you have her in your heart. If you care about Sister Yun'er, I can still go and explain to her later. I can't let you be misunderstood by Sister Yun'er just because you helped me. Lu Lei said bitterly, There's no need to explain, Xiao Hong. In fact, it's meaningless even if you explain it. Anyway, it was impossible for him to have a direct relationship with Zhao Yun'er. Whether Zhao Yun'er misunderstood or not, it didn't matter. Brother Lu, Xiaohong, don't worry about this. I'm fine. Chapter 7:11. You don't have to blame yourself, really. Okay. Xiaohong pretended to be very sad, but the corners of her mouth curved up slightly. It would be best if there was any misunderstanding between Lu Lei and Zhao Yin'er. That way it would be easier for her to get involved. Zhao Yin'er, you're really good at pretending. Zhao Ping walked beside Zhao Yin'er and snorted softly. She felt that Zhao Yin'er had no reason not to be angry. Zhao Ping'er's noisy words made Zhao Yin'er very impatient. This woman was really good at nagging. She suddenly stopped walking and turned to Zhao Ping'er. She said coldly, Zhao Ping'er, is there a hole in your head? Why should I pretend? Pretend that I don't care? In your eyes, must I care? Must I care? You've eaten so much food. Why don't you grow a brain? Only an ugly woman like you cares about how many men like you every day. You're afraid that your man will be taken away by others. Zhao Yin'er's words made Zhao Ping'er blush. Zhao Ping'er glared at Zhao Yin'er angrily. Zhao Yin'er, you bitch. Who are you calling ugly? I dare you to say it again. Zhao Yin'er curled her lips. Do you still need me to say it? Take a look at yourself in the mirror and you'll know. You. Aha. Zhao Ping'er suddenly went crazy. How dare she say that about her? Bitch bitch. Zhao Xinhui listened on the side and couldn't help laughing. Ping'er, Yin'er is right. You're ugly. There aren't many people in our village who are uglier than you. Zhao Ping'er glared at Zhao Xinhui with some resentment. Her aunt was as annoying as Zhao Yin'er. Hua Chunhua chimed in. Ping'er, why are you looking at your aunt like that? She's not wrong. Alas, I don't know what's going on. All the girls in old Zhao's family are good-looking except for you. Otherwise, you could get married earlier and receive a sum of money as a wedding gift. If Zhao Ping'er had gotten married a few years earlier, at that time, the third branch hadn't been separated yet. Naturally, the money received as gifts would have been in her hands. Not to mention a lot, but at least a few taels of silver would have been in her hands. Seeing that Zhao Ping'er was about to burst into tears, Liang Jinxiao comforted her at once. Ping'er, don't be too sad. Although you're not very good-looking, at least you can get married. The Qin Yuan is not bad. There are so many beautiful girls who can't find a man like you. Hearing Liang Jinxiao's comforting words, Zhao Ping'er immediately felt much better. She snorted at Zhao Xinhui. Mother, you're right. What's the use of being good-looking? If I can't get married, I'll become an old maid and stay at home. Others will gossip about me. No matter how ugly I am, Gid Yuan is still willing to marry me. That's because the Qin Yuan is blind. Our family is poor and has no choice but to marry you. Let's see if he will divorce you when he becomes rich in the future. Zhao Xinhui said with disdain. Only an ugly and stupid person like Zhao Ping'er would comfort herself like that. It's better than being unable to get married, aunt. Hua Chunhua was a little displeased. Ping'er, what are you talking about? What do you mean by your aunt being unable to get married? You're talking about your elders like that. Your aunt is as beautiful as a flower, and will marry a rich man. She's not like you. As long as the man is a man, you'll be willing to marry him. Third daughter-in-law, you have to discipline Ping'er. She's so unruly. Liang Jinxiao answered timidly. Yes, mother. Good. Chapter 7:12. Liang Jinxiao pulled Zhao Ping'er. That's enough, Ping'er. Stop it. Mom. Zhao Ping'er still felt wronged. Your aunt and mother are your elders. It's only right for them to scold you. Zhao Ping'er stomped her feet angrily. Let's go back now. We have delicious food to eat today. There was chicken and fish meat. It was a very sumptuous meal. They went back to old Zhao's house together. Zhao Tianyu's hand had not been treated yet. It was only wrapped in a rag. Zhao Baoshan saw it and went up to ask about the situation. It turned out that Dr. Sun's family had also gone to visit the grave. When Li Chuiying went to look for him, he did not find him. Then let's wait for Dr. Sun to come back. Sai Tianyu is such a sinner. Dad, our Tianyu is injured like this. Can we give Tianyu a drumstick this year? Let Tianyu nourish his body. Tianyu has lost a lot of blood today. His body is weak. In the past, Zhao Tianyu rarely ate drumsticks. After all, Zhao Tianyu was not the youngest. There were many boys in the family, so they could only take turns to eat drumsticks. In the past 2 years, the drumsticks were given to Zhao Xinhui and Zhao Yangyang. Hua Chunhua cared about her daughter, so she could not wait to give all the delicious food to Zhao Xinhui. Zhao Yangyang was a great-grandson. In addition, Zhao Yangyang was still young. Most people in old Zhao's family had no objection to giving the drumsticks to Zhao Yangyang. Zhao Baoshan nodded and said, "Okay, then this year's drumstick will be given to Tianyu. Huier doesn't need to eat it." Zhao Xinhui was a little unhappy when she heard that. She did not know what to say, so she poked Hua Chunhua next to her. "Mom," Hua Chunhua immediately said, "Old man, you can't do that. Huier also needs to take care of her body. Why don't you give it to her? Tianyu is too naughty. I haven't even settled the medical fees with him yet, and he still has the nerve to eat drumsticks. The money he spent was enough to buy several chickens." After Hua Chunhua finished speaking, Zhao Wenshi hurriedly chimed in. "That's right, second sister-in-law. Your Tianyu is too naughty. This is called the evils of one's own making. Do you understand? Your second branch has spent a lot of money recently. First, you stole 3 taels of silver. Now Tianyu probably needs to spend money to treat his hand. If you let Tianyu eat the drumstick, aren't you afraid that the other branches will have a problem with it?" The reason Zhao Wenshi said this was because he was really unhappy. Secondly, he was afraid that Zhao Baoshan would give the drumstick to Zhao Tianyu, and his Yangyang wouldn't be able to eat it. There were only 2 chicken drumsticks. If Hua Chunhua sided with his little sister, then it was very likely that he wanted Zhao Yangyang to give up the chicken drumstick. Well, Li Chuiying didn't know what to say now. Zhao Baoshan didn't care about that. Instead, he cared about Hua Chunhua's insistence on giving the drumstick to Zhao Xinhui. "You're already an adult, but you still want to fight with a kid over a drumstick. Don't you feel ashamed? Give 1 drumstick to Tianfu for lunch, and give the other to Yangyang." "Old man. All right, stop it. You've spoiled Huier too much." Hua Chunhua pouted unhappily. She was unhappy, but she didn't dare to say anything when she saw Zhao Baoshan's serious expression. Zhao Yin'er watched quietly from the side. The people in the branch were calculative people. Not all of them were like her father and mother. Chapter 713. Old Zhao's women went into the kitchen and busied themselves. After a while, the smell of hot food wafted out of the kitchen. In addition to chicken and fish, there were several other vegetarian dishes for lunch. Old Zhao's family hadn't had such a meal in a long time. Hua Chunhua turned and went into the kitchen to give instructions. When she saw that Liang Jinxiao had used a lot of oil when cooking, she shouted, "Third brother's wife, why did you use so much oil when cooking? We don't have much oil at home. If you use it like this, you'll finish all the oil we eat in a year and a month." After separating from the main family, Liang Jinxiao had led a good life. Usually she used a lot of oil when cooking. Now that she was cooking at old Zhao's house, she used more oil out of habit. Seeing that Hua Chunhua was about to get angry again, Zhao Ping'er hurriedly said, "Mother, it's a festival today. It's okay to eat more. It's not like this every day. I'll send you half a bowl of oil later." When Liang Jinxiao said this, Hua Chunhua's anger subsided. She snorted softly and said, "That's more like it." Liang Jinxiao's heart was finally at ease. What he was most afraid of was Hua Chunhua's scolding. Fourth brother's wife, Qian Zhonghu, who was busy cooking in front of the stove, asked, "Mother, when will fifth brother get married? Do you want to arrange a marriage for him? There's a good family in my mother's village. They only have 1 daughter, and she's treasured by her parents. Her family's conditions are good. When she gets married, she'll definitely have a lot of dowry. If she wants to marry a scholar, I think fifth brother is a good choice. Why don't you introduce him to her later?" Qian Zhonghu felt that Zhao Wenshi was a little old. As his sister-in-law, she couldn't help but feel anxious for him. What's the hurry? When Wenshi passes the imperial examinations, he'll be able to marry any girl. Hua Chunhua said faintly, "If he marries a wife now, he might be like his second son, who only thinks about sex all day long. How can he be in the mood to study?" The corners of Qian Zhou's mouth twitched. Her mother was really not subtle with her words. "Mother, it's not right for you to think that way. Fifth brother isn't second brother. Marrying a wife won't necessarily affect his studies. Look, after Tianlong got married, Isn't his study still very good? Hu Chunhua was silent for a moment. She felt that what Qian Zhuzhui said made sense. Qian Zhurong continued. Our fifth brother is getting older. It's a good thing to start a family early. If we wait for our fifth brother to become an official, what if we have to wait for a long time? At that time, even if fifth brother marries another wife, he won't be the same as when he was young. I reckon that it will be difficult for him to give birth to a boy. Hu Chunhua nodded as she listened. Fourth daughter-in-law, you're right. You should introduce her to me later. This kind of girl is not bad. Alas, mother, I know. You can go back and tell fifth brother about this and inform him. Got it. Feng Zhangxia moved to the side and couldn't help but say, Mother, our Tianhu isn't young anymore. Shouldn't we help Tianhu arrange a marriage? The reason why Zhao Tianhu hadn't arranged a marriage for Zhao Tianhu despite his age was because marrying a wife was a huge expense. They had to give the bride a gift, which was different from marrying off a daughter. Feng Zhangxia had mentioned this to Hu Chunhua before, but Hu Chunhua had rejected the idea. Hu Chunhua was silent for a moment. Chapter 714. Hu Chunhua thought for a while, then said, Okay, I'll help Tianhu arrange it later. The reason why she agreed so readily this time was that Zhao Tianhu was going to get married. The man would definitely send a good amount of money as a wedding gift, which could be used to help Zhao Tianhu get married. In addition, the girl mentioned by Qian Zhuzhao had a good family background and would send a dowry, so Zhao Wenxing wouldn't have to spend much money to get married. Thank you, mother. Feng Zhangxia answered happily. Now that her second son was getting married, the people in her branch were more or less settled, and there was nothing to worry about. Several women worked together, and soon the dishes were ready. Old Zhao's family gathered together to eat. This was the largest gathering of old Zhao's family that Zhao Yun had seen since she transmigrated here. The table wasn't big. Basically, the men sat at the table while the women stood at the side. If they wanted to eat, they would go to the table themselves. Although the dishes at noon tasted good, they were cooked by Liang Jinxiao and tasted good. But these dishes seemed to be too little in front of so many people. Each person could only get a small piece of chicken in their bowl. After all, there were more than 20 people in this family. It was the same for meat and fish. The men at the table needed to drink, so the women didn't dare to touch their chopsticks, except for a few thick-skinned ones. Zhao Yun'er didn't care about this, and didn't expect to eat more at this time. After all, she ate well on a daily basis, so she didn't care at all. At the dinner table, Hu Chunhua brought up the marriage between Zhao Wenxing and Zhao Tianhu. Zhao Tianhu didn't have any objection to this. When Hu Chunhua brought it up, she just lowered her head shyly and didn't say anything. This matter was left to the elders to arrange. It was okay to marry a suitable girl when they met. Zhao Wenxing, on the other hand, pulled a long face and didn't seem very happy. After thinking for a while, Zhao Wenxing said, Mother, can I arrange my own marriage? If I don't like the girl you find, won't it be a waste of her time? When old Zhao's family heard Zhao Wenxing's words, they understood what he meant. Old 5, have you taken a fancy to a girl? That's right, fifth brother. Have you taken a fancy to a girl from another family? Tell us, and we'll have our mother talk to you later. Fifth brother, tell us. Don't be shy. Being asked this by old Zhao's family, Zhao Wensheng's face turned red. He didn't know what to say. Old Wu, what's wrong? Is there something you can't say? Hu Chunhua also began to be curious. Just which family's girl did her old Wu fancy? Zhao Wenxing frowned and asked, Mom, can I like anyone I want? You don't have any requirements for marrying a girl, do you? That's not the case. At the very least, they have to be of equal social status. The girl's family can't be too poor. Otherwise, when her relatives come to our house and ask us for help, where will we get the money to help them? Hearing that, Zhao Wenxing felt that even his in-laws didn't want a poor girl, let alone a widow like Jin Suizhuan who had several children behind her. Zhao Wenxing felt like there was something stuck in his throat, and he couldn't say anything. In the end, he said to Hu Chunhua, Mom, don't worry about my marriage for the time being. I don't want to get married now. Fifth brother, how can you do this? Of course I'm going to have a family. Chapter 7:15. Fifth brother. If you don't get married, father, mother, and your brothers will be worried about you. Don't be stubborn. Listen to mother's arrangements. Old Zhao's family members began to persuade him. Zhao Wenxing was in a dilemma. These people kept urging him, and he couldn't stand it. Unfortunately, there was nothing he could do. I'm really not in a hurry. Father, mother, eldest brother, second brother, fourth brother, and my sisters-in-law. Thank you for worrying about me. Fifth brother, how can you not be in a hurry? It's not good to drag it out. How many beautiful young ladies would be willing to marry someone who is 10 or 20 years older? You won't be willing to marry someone who has been married before, right? Zhao Wenxing's heart was moved when he heard this. He really wanted to marry someone who had been married before. Hua Chunhua pulled a long face. That won't do. No matter what, fifth brother can't marry someone who has been used before. If fifth brother doesn't pass the exam and gets older, he can only marry someone who has been used before. Then let fifth brother marry a wife quickly. Hua Chunhua thought about it, and finally said firmly, it was better to take precautions now to avoid trouble in the future. Her fifth brother was a scholar. The girl he married couldn't be too bad. Zhao Wenxing's heart sank. Judging from his family's attitude, it was probably impossible between him and Jin Suizhuan. What should he do? Other than Jin Suizhuan, he really didn't like any other woman. It would be fine if he dragged it out. But now they were urging him to get married. Zhao Wenxing frowned in annoyance. Facing the table full of food and wine, he didn't feel like eating at all. Zhao Yin'er looked at her fifth uncle sympathetically. It seemed that Zhao Wenxing's love life was bumpy. If Hua Chunhua knew about it, she would never agree to let Jin Suizhuan marry into the family. The whole family quickly finished their lunch together. After eating, Zhao Yin'er went back to prepare breakfast. She rested for the day, because she still had to sell the goods tomorrow. Mulan also finished dealing with the family matters, and came over to Zhao Yin'er. Yin'er, do you want some plums? Mulan said as she took out a few green plums from her pocket, and handed them over. This thing is sour. If you don't like it, you can throw it away. Zhao Yin'er took the plum. Sister Mulan, where did you get this plum? I saw it when I went up the mountain to visit the tombs today. There are still a lot of them on the tree. I picked them for the children to eat. I didn't expect them to be so sour. I don't think anyone would like them. Zhao Yin'er took one, and put it in her mouth. It was indeed very sour. So sour that her teeth couldn't stand it. Mulan looked at Zhao Yin'er's expression after eating the green plum. She laughed and said, haha, right? It's so sour. It's a bit sour. But it's a good thing. Zhao Yin'er smiled. Mulan was a little puzzled. What? This is good stuff. Yes. Why? Haha. We can use it to make plum wine instead of eating it directly. It's delicious. This fruit can also be made into wine. Mulan felt that she had suddenly learned something new. Zhao Yin'er nodded. Yes, many fruits can be used to make wine. For example, grapes can be used to make wine, apples can be used to make cider, and pomegranate wine. Of course, green plums can also be used to make green plum wine. Mulan listened and praised. She wondered how Zhao Yin'er knew so many things, and many of them were things she had never heard of. Chapter 7:16. Yes, it's indeed a new thing, but only we can drink it ourselves. At most, we can give it to others. We definitely won't sell it. Just like her tea, it was a good thing. But people in this era didn't know about it. Naturally, they wouldn't spend money to buy it. This green plum wine was the same. They could drink it themselves. That's true. Haha, Yin'er. Then take me to brew some for my Eru to drink later. Zhao Yin'er nodded. The two of them were busy with breakfast together. Mulan took Zhao Yin'er to the mountain to find the green plums. This time, she directly picked a large basket of green plums, which was enough for them to brew a lot of wine. The green plums were picked by Mulan. It was the first time that Zhao Yin'er saw Mulan climb a tree. She quickly slipped up the tree. Although she wasn't as good as Chun Erwa, she wasn't far behind. Zhao Yin'er saw that Mulan had this ability and couldn't help but sigh. Sister-in-law Mulan, you're so good. How did you learn to climb trees? Mulan smiled indifferently. What's the big deal? Children in the countryside all know how to climb trees. When I was young I climbed trees more. Now that I'm older, my body is not as good as before. Haha. Come Yin'er catch. Mulan picked the green plums and threw them down. Zhao Yin'er caught them with the basket. After a while, she picked a large basket of them. The two of them carried the basket back to the village. On the way they met Zhang Chui'er. Zhang Chui'er came out of the bushes. Her clothes were a little messy, and she was tidying up her clothes. Zhao Yin'er caught a glimpse of the kiss marks on Zhang Chui'er's neck, and knew what Zhang Chui'er did just now. This woman just went to the grave today. It was such a solemn day, but she came to have an affair in the afternoon. How could there be such a shameless woman? Zhang Chui'er didn't expect to bump into Zhao Yin'er and Mulan on the mountain in the afternoon. She wasn't sure if they had seen her. He cleared his throat and asked, "What a coincidence, you're here too." "Yes, Auntie. I don't know why Auntie came to the mountain this afternoon. It's easy for others to misunderstand that you're here for some shady business." Zhang Chui'er's face immediately turned red. She glared at Zhao Yin'er angrily. "You little girl, what are you talking about? Who's doing something shameful? I just lost my earring when I went up the mountain today. I'm just looking for it now." How could Zhao Yin'er believe Zhang Chui'er's nonsense? The corners of her mouth curled up as she said, "Auntie, you're really interesting. I was just saying it casually. Why did you have to explain it so clearly?" Zhang Chui'er looked at Zhao Yin'er. She didn't know if Zhao Yin'er saw something, or if she said it on purpose. However, she looked at Mulan, who was at the side. Her expression was normal, so she probably didn't see anything. "Zhao Yin'er, you little girl, watch your words. What will others say about me if they hear it?" "Really?" Zhang Chui'er rolled her eyes at Zhao Yin'er and shouted, "There's no one else here. How could it be heard? Could it be that Auntie is hiding someone?" Zhao Yin'er's mouth curled up into a smile. Zhang Chui'er glanced at the bushes and felt even more guilty. "How could it be?" Zhang Chui'er quickly said. "Then it's fine." Zhao Yin'er's mouth curled up. Zhang Chui'er tidied her clothes. "I'm not going to talk nonsense with you guys anymore. I'm leaving." Chapter 717. After Zhang Chui'er left, Mulan leaned over to Zhao Yin'er's ear and whispered, "Yin'er, why do I feel like she's acting weird? She's sneaking around like she's doing something shameful." Zhao Yin'er smiled. "Sister-in-law Mulan, she's doing something shameful." "Ah, Yin'er, how did you know?" Zhao Yin'er told Mulan about how she caught Zhang Chui'er having an affair with another man. Mulan heard and sighed. "Sigh, how can she be like this? Crippled Chun treats her well, and the whole family treats her like an ancestor. She actually..." Zhao Yin'er sneered. Wasn't this normal? There were too many heartless people in the world. And it wasn't like there weren't any B** cheese like Zhang Chui'er. It was just that this kind of B** wasn't punished by the heavens. "Sister-in-law Mulan, we don't have to care so much about other people's affairs. We just have to be ourselves." Mulan nodded. I know Yin'er." The two of them went down the mountain together, and went to Zhao Yin'er's house to prepare the green plum wine. When they arrived at Zhao Yin'er's house, Zhao Ping was in her house. Zhao Yin'er came over and scolded. "Zhao Ping, what are you doing in my house?" Zhao Yin'er looked at the furnishings in her house. They seemed to have been rummaged through. This woman didn't come to her house to steal things, right? I didn't do anything." Zhao Ping pursed her lips. She didn't dare to look at Zhao Yin'er and seemed a little guilty. "Nothing? Of course nothing. Mother asked me to tell you to come over for dinner tonight." I know," Zhao Yin'er responded. Seeing Zhao Yin'er carrying a basket with some green plums in it, Zhao Ping came over and licked her lips greedily. She said to Zhao Yin'er, "What fruit is this? I want to eat it too." Before Zhao Yin'er agreed, Zhao Ping reached over, grabbed a bunch of green plums and stuffed one into her mouth. Pei, Zhao Ping frowned in pain and quickly spat out the green plum in her mouth. She threw the rest of the plums in her hand. "It's so sour, so sour." Zhao Ping muttered and even spat out a few mouthfuls of saliva, making Zhao Yin'er feel disgusted. Zhao Ping complained to Zhao Yin'er, "This sour thing is so sour. Why did you bring it back? My teeth are aching because of it." Zhao Yin'er's mouth twitched. Why do you care what I just came back for? Did I let you eat it? Ha, you deserve it if it hurts your teeth. Who asked you to be so greedy? I can't stop you. You, Zhao Ping, couldn't win against Zhao Yin'er in words and couldn't win against Zhao Yin'er. She could only swallow her anger. I'm not going to lower myself to your level. You brought all this junk home. Those who don't know would think that our family is poor. With that, she angrily rushed out of Zhao Yin'er's house. Watching Zhao Ping'er run away, Mulan shook her head. Yin'er, your sister is really interesting. Don't worry about her. Anyway, she'll be getting married in a few days. That's good. Sigh, otherwise, it'll be troublesome to keep such a person at home. Yes. So even if she had to pay for it, she had to marry Zhao Ping'er off. At least, she wouldn't have to worry about her in the future. Chapter 7:18. Yin'er, the plums are clean. What do we do now? Mulan asked. Boil some water in the pot first. Zhao Yin'er said. Okay. As they spoke, the two of them entered the kitchen. Mulan was in charge of starting the fire, while Zhao Yin'er was on the stove. She opened the pot and put some water in. When the water boiled, she added a small spoonful of salt. Then, she poured the plums into the pot and continued to boil them on high heat. After about 5 seconds, she took them out and drained them. Yin'er, you still need to boil them? Yes. I really can't think of it. Haha. Zhao Yin'er scooped up the green plum and put it aside, waiting for it to drain. Then, Zhao Yin'er took out a jar from the house. It was the one used to hold wine. She washed it with clean water and wiped the water stains inside with a rag. Then she put the drained plums into the jar. Zhao Yin'er took out some rock sugar from the kitchen and put it into the jar. Then, she poured white wine into it and sealed the jar. Yin'er, is it done? Mulan asked. Yes. It doesn't look troublesome. It's just like soaking medicinal wine. Put the herbs in place and add some white wine. Zhao Yin'er chuckled. That's more or less it. Although it's a little simple, it seems that no one has thought of it. Yes. You can drink it after soaking it for a while. Although this plum wine looks simple, it's quite effective. What's the effect? It's very effective. It can produce saliva, stop coughing and tighten the lungs. It can also treat dysentery, enteritis and diarrhea. By the way, the most important thing is for women to drink more. It can help them lose weight, refresh themselves and prevent aging. Mulan found Zhao Yin'er's explanation a little mysterious. Yin'er, this thing is actually so good? If people know about it, won't they be able to sell it for a good price? They might not believe it. Even if they do, they'll definitely know what to do after some research. Therefore, let's keep this green plum wine for ourselves. Then, Yin'er, how much longer will it take for us to drink? At least 3 months. Haha, it's still early. There's no rush. Yeah. Zhao Yin'er said as she placed the sealed jar in the corner of the room. Yin'er, if there's nothing else, I'll go back first. Mulan got up and said goodbye. Seeing that the sky was getting dark, she had to go back and prepare dinner for the children. Okay, sister-in-law Mulan, take care when you go back. After Zhao Yin'er finished dealing with the things in the house, she went to the third branch. Now that Daodu and Mu Lianfeng weren't around, it was boring for her to eat alone at home. She could just go to the third branch's place and have a simple meal. Old Zhao's family also began to prepare dinner. The third branch didn't eat with old Zhao's family for dinner. When Zhao Yin'er went over, there was little smoke coming from the chimney of old Zhao's house. The women were cooking in the kitchen. Zhao Wensheng sat in the corner, staring at the sky in a daze. Zhao Yin'er walked over. Fifth uncle, what are you thinking about? Zhao Wensheng was stunned. No, nothing. Fifth uncle, don't hide anything from me. I know. You must be thinking about that aunt in town, right? Zhao Wensheng looked a little embarrassed when Zhao Yin'er guessed it. Yin'er, don't let your grandfather and grandmother know, or there will be trouble. Chapter 7:19. Zhao Wensheng sighed. Yin'er, there are some things that you don't understand. It's not as simple as you think. Fifth uncle, since you're afraid that my grandfather and grandmother won't agree, why don't we just do it? Even if they object, it's useless. This. Zhao Wensheng frowned and looked a little shy. How could a man like him do such a thing. If others found out, he would be scolded to death. Fifth uncle, if you get that aunt pregnant, you have to be responsible for her. If grandfather and grandmother don't let you marry her, her family will definitely come and make trouble. If you don't marry her, they will arrest you and send you to the authorities, or make us pay a large sum of money. My grandfather and grandmother aren't people who don't know what's important. At this time, they will still nod their heads and agree. Zhao Yun'er began to give ideas. This idea was a little extreme, but Zhao Wensheng could only do it. Otherwise, with old Zhao's thoughts, it would be more difficult than ascending to heaven to get them to agree to marry a woman like Jin Suizhuan. Zhao Wensheng was silent for a moment. He couldn't do such a thing. He hadn't been with Jin Chuiying yet. How could he do that with her? Fifth uncle, I've told you the idea. You can make the decision yourself. Don't regret it when the time comes. Zhao Wensheng sighed. Oh, I know, Yun'er. I will think about what you said. Okay. Yun'er, thank you for worrying about me. Zhao Yun'er chuckled. Fifth uncle, you don't have to be so polite with me. Zhao Yun'er turned and went to the kitchen of the third branch. Liang Jinxiao had already prepared the dishes and was waiting to fry them. Mother, let me do it. Zhao Yun'er came over and handed the spatula in Liang Jinxiao's hand. Okay, you do it. Your cooking is better than mother's. Liang Jinxiao sensibly stepped aside. The dishes Liang Jinxiao prepared included pig intestines, meat slices, scrambled eggs, shepherd's purse, and shredded potatoes. Looking at these dishes, not to mention the ancient times, even in the 21st century, such dishes were considered sumptuous. Zhao Yun'er bought a lot of pig intestines yesterday and brought them back. She didn't eat them, so she left some for today. Her family liked it and it was cheap, so she didn't feel reluctant when she bought it. It was difficult to clean it. Seeing that Zhao Yun'er was cooking, Zhao Ping'er also came over. Usually, she had never seen her figure. Zhao Yun'er, what are you doing here for? You are standing aside and hindering me. Zhao Yun'er glanced at Zhao Ping'er and said with some disgust. I'm not blocking anything, so why are you in the way? Mother, look at Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Ping'er looked at Liang Jinxiao bitterly. I don't usually see you sticking your head out. Why are you here today? Zhao Yun'er asked. She was curious. What's wrong with me coming over? Can't I come over? Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips. I just want to learn how to cook. Brother Yuan told me that you're good at cooking. If I learn how to cook, Brother Yuan will definitely praise me in the future. It's said that to capture a man's heart, one must first capture his stomach. I understand this logic. Chapter 720. Liang Jinxiao followed up and said, Ping'er learning to cook is a good thing. She's already a grown-up lady. When she marries into her husband's family, she'll definitely have to help with the cooking. And that's true. Zhao Yun'er nodded. Ping'er, follow behind Yun'er and learn well. If you can cook well, your husband's family will be happy and treat you better. Zhao Ping'er nodded heavily. Got it, Mom. Liang Jinxiao then exhorted earnestly. Ping'er, when you're at your husband's family, you can't be like how you are at home. You have to be more diligent, understand? Don't let others dislike you. Qin Yuan is a good child. You have to cherish him well. Zhao Ping'er nodded repeatedly and responded, Got it, Mom. I'll definitely be diligent. For big brother Yuan, I'll also be diligent. That's good. Liang Jinxiao heaved a sigh of relief. Zhao Ping'er was still considered very obedient in front of Qin Yuan, although she wasn't at home. Sometimes it was just like that. A woman's family was really different from her husband's family. Zhao Yun'er first stir-fried a few vegetable dishes, before finally starting to stir-fry the pig intestines. Seeing that Zhao Yun'er was stir-frying the pig intestines, Zhao Ping'er's eyes were fixed on her very seriously. Zhao Yun'er, it looks like you're stir-frying it quite easily. Zhao Ping'er muttered. Zhao Yun'er snorted lightly. Come on, give it a try. Some things look easy, but it's hard to do. Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips with a look of disdain. Zhao Yun'er curled her lips and couldn't be bothered with Zhao Ping'er anymore. This woman was incredibly arrogant and conceited. Very quickly, Zhao Yun'er finished cooking and called Zhao Wensheng over to eat together. It wasn't easy for her fifth uncle to come back, so she had to entertain him. The two brothers drank a few cups together. Zhao Wensheng casually chatted with Zhao Wenhua for a while, and his mood improved a lot. That's how people are. When you're sad, you'll feel much better with someone to drink and chat with. At the dinner table, Zhao Ping'er smiled and said to Liang Jinxiao, "Mother, I also want to do business. I want to set up a stall like Yin. Can you lend me some money? I need capital to do business." As soon as Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, Liang Jinxiao said in a low voice, "Ping'er, what kind of business are you doing? Where are you going to do business?" "Mother, of course I'm going to do business in Yang City. Like Yin, I'm going to sell food. If Yin can make money, I can make money too. Can you lend me some money? When I make money, I'll repay you more." Liang Jinxiao's frown deepened. If Zhao Yin had said this, it would have been fine. However, she felt that Zhao Ping'er was unreliable. She said to Zhao Ping'er earnestly, "Ping'er, this isn't a matter of money. It's just that business isn't as easy as you think it is. It's also not as easy to make money as you think." Zhao Ping'er was a little displeased. "Mother, seriously, why can't I do it? Didn't Zhao Yin make money too? Mother, you're just biased. You don't believe me, but you can't bear to fork out money either." Liang Jinxiao was a little tired. She really didn't know how to tell Zhao Ping'er. "Ping'er, it's not that I don't believe you, but you can't even cook well at home. How can you sell food? Who would eat the food you make?" Chapter 721. But Liang Jinxiao wanted to say something, but was interrupted by Zhao Ping'er. "Mother, I beg you to lend it to me. I beg you." Sigh. Liang Jinxiao sighed heavily. He felt helpless because of Zhao Ping'er. Why would a young lass like her want to learn how to do business for no reason? She was really hot-headed, and did whatever she wanted to do. Zhao Wenhua also tried to persuade her. "Ping'er girl, your mother is right. Earning money is not as easy as you think. If you really earn money like this, it'll be fine. What if you lose money? You'll have to spend a lot of money at once, right? Our family needs a lot of money these days." Hearing her parents talk about her like that, Zhao Ping'er became even angrier. Why was everyone in her family like this? If Zhao Yin said that, her parents would raise both hands in agreement. "Father, mother, I said that I will earn money, so I will definitely earn money. Why are you like this? Isn't it just a few taels of silver? If you really don't lend it to me, then I'll find someone else to borrow it." Zhao Ping'er snorted. "Ping'er, why are you so stubborn?" Zhao Wenhua's face darkened and looked a little serious. "Yes, you're a girl. Who can you find to borrow a few taels of silver? Who will lend it to you?" Liang Jinxiao asked. Hearing Zhao Ping'er's words, he felt that Zhao Ping'er was really too immature. How could she do business like this? If I can't find someone like that, then I'll go borrow from a loan shark. Anyway, as long as I earn money, I can afford to pay it back. Zhao Ping'er raised her head, looking confident and proud. "Ping'er, you can't borrow from a loan shark." Liang Jinxiao was scared and hurriedly said. There were people in the village who had borrowed from loan sharks, but the interest was too high. Moreover, it was often compounded, so it was called rolling on donkeys. Many people who had borrowed from loan sharks ended up with their families ruined. They had to sell their children to pay back the money. Those loan sharks had connections behind them. If they couldn't pay back the money, they had many ways to torture them. If Zhao Ping'er was involved in this, when the loan sharks came back to ask for money, wouldn't they have to sell Zhao Ping'er? Although an ugly woman like Zhao Ping'er couldn't be sold, the loan sharks would definitely force her and Zhao Wenhua to pay back the money. If that was the case, then she would borrow the money. Zhao Yin listened quietly at the side, and the corners of her mouth evoked a cold smile. She wanted to know what Zhao Ping'er was up to. Compared to Liang Jinxiao, Zhao Wenhua said angrily, "You wretched girl, if you dare to borrow money from a loan shark, I'll break your legs and then kick you out of the house. Don't acknowledge me as your father. Mother, if you don't lend me money, then I can only borrow money from a loan shark, right?" Zhao Ping'er looked a little wronged after being yelled at by Zhao Wenhua. Liang Jinxiao hurriedly pulled Zhao Wenhua. "All right, Ping'er's father, don't be so angry. You're scaring the child." He then turned to Ping'er and said gently, "Ping'er, mother, can I ask why you want to do business? Our family is doing well now. We don't need you to earn money. Chapter 722. After Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, she continued. Also, mother, I still have to marry Big Brother Yuan later. His family is so poor, and the dowry you gave is only so much. In order for me to live a good life in the future, I definitely have to earn money. Hearing Zhao Ping'er say this, Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua looked at each other. After hearing Zhao Ping'er's reason, there was indeed nothing much to say about her. This child actually still wanted to let her in-laws live a good life. Her intentions were good, and she was more sensible than before. Sai, Ping. But doing business is really not easy. First, you have to be hardworking, and then you have to have culinary skills. Otherwise, who will eat the food you make? After saying this, Zhao Ping'er originally did not want to say it. However, in order to convince Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua, she said, Mother, I don't have to cook. Xiaofeng can do it. When the time comes, he will be the chef, and I will help him. The two of us will do it together. Xiaofeng, that lass? Yes, mother. Xiaofeng's culinary skills are also good. Furthermore, she can make a special dish that will definitely attract people to come over and eat. Seeing that Zhao Ping'er was unusually confident, Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua also believed her a little. Father, mother, don't you want to see me earn money and live a good life in the future? When the time comes, I don't have to come back and ask you for help, right? Otherwise, Big Brother Yuan's family is so poor. When Zhao Yun'er heard this, she finally understood some things. She was wondering why Zhao Ping'er thought of this out of the blue. It turned out that Ma Xiaofeng was secretly stirring up trouble. Zhao Yun'er was a woman who was easier to fool. She would probably believe whatever Wang Xiaofeng said. What a fool with her intelligence. She probably would not even know that she had been betrayed. Without waiting for Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua to speak, Zhao Yun'er asked, Sister Ping'er, when you do business with Xiaofeng, will Xiaofeng fork out the money? Or do you want to put in the capital first? Hearing Zhao Yun'er's question, Zhao Ping'er stuttered. Xiaofeng's family doesn't have money, so I'm the only one who can pay for it. Besides, it's fine if I pay for it. Zhao Yun'er sneered. It was fine. This silly woman was trying to show how magnanimous she was. Sister Ping'er, you're wrong. Don't tell me you're rich. I don't have money either, but my parents do. Father, mother, lend me some. Zhao Yun'er snorted. Sister Ping'er, you're really interesting. You don't want others to pay you, but you want to do business with them. And then you want to borrow money from your parents. Should I say that you're stupid, or that you're stupid? Hearing Zhao Yun'er's sarcasm, Zhao Ping'er jumped out angrily. Zhao Yun'er, what do you mean? Why do you care so much? It's not like I borrowed your money. Meddling in other people's business. Liang Jinxiao hurriedly mediated. Ping'er, you can't say that. If it weren't for Yun'er, where would mother get the money to earn money? That's right, Ping'er, you can't say that about your little sister Yun'er. Zhao Wenhua also hurriedly said. Zhao Ping'er only felt that her parents' hearts were completely on Zhao Yun'er's side. Mother, Xiaofeng really doesn't have money, but both of us want to do business. Although I paid for it first, Xiaofeng's skills are good, and I don't have to do so much work. Moreover, Xiaofeng told me that I'll get 60% of the money, and she'll get 40%. Mother, if we really earn money, isn't it still worth it? Liang Jinxiao didn't know what to say. Chapter 723. Ma Xiaofeng's plan was well thought out. In this way, Zhao Ping'er would benefit from it. But what if she lost money? If she lost money, it would be Zhao Ping'er's money. In addition, if the two of them started a business and made money, then Ma Xiaofeng would have the conditions to discuss how to split the money, or use the money to open her own stall, and kick Zhao Ping'er out. What could Zhao Ping'er do? Of course Zhao Ping'er's pig brain would not think of this, and she trusted Ma Xiaofeng very much. Mother, I'm begging you, just lend it to me, Xiaofeng, and I don't need to rent such a big stall. Just give me 2 or 3 taels of silver as capital. Zhao Ping. Or what if you lose money and can't pay it back? Zhao Yun'er asked directly. So you won't pay it back? Don't talk about you. Even I can't guarantee that I can make money. Where did your confidence come from? Yes, Pinger, Yinner is right. Let's talk about this later. After all, it's not very reliable. If you really want to do business, then go to Yinner's stall to help. We just happen to be short of people. The three of us are a bit too busy. Zhao Pinger very disdainfully snorted. I don't want to go. If I go, I won't be paid. There won't be any benefits. Why should I help? All right, mother, don't talk to her. She's just doing it on a whim. She can't take any hardship, or rather, she's just lazy. Do you still believe that she can do business diligently? Zhao Yinner said lightly. Liang Jinxiao thought about it and agreed. Her Pinger was indeed someone who couldn't bear hardships. Mother. Don't say any more, Pinger. Mother will be angry if you say any more. Zhao Pinger angrily stomped her feet. This was all Zhao Yinner's fault. If Zhao Yinner didn't stir things up, she would probably be able to persuade her parents. Speaking of which, she was stupid. She shouldn't have told Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua about this when Zhao Yinner was here. Zhao Yinner just couldn't bear to see him do well. Zhao Yinner went back to the third room and went to bed early alone. Suddenly, the house felt a lot emptier without Daodu and Mu Lianfeng. Fortunately, Mu Lianfeng was prepared to bring Daodu back tomorrow. She just had to wait for another day. The next morning, Zhao Yinner went to Yang City to set up her stall. Yili came over early as usual. He sat at Zhao Yinner's stall and started eating. He didn't forget to ask Zhao Yinner about the situation. How's the effect of this ointment? Yili asked. He was afraid that Miracle Dr. Hua gave a fake medicine. If Miracle Dr. Hua gave a fake medicine, he would go back and teach that old man a lesson. It's pretty good. The scar has faded a lot. Zhao Yinner said honestly. No wonder Miracle Dr. Hua was called Miracle Dr. Hua. The ointment he gave was indeed effective. Zhao Yinner had only applied it for 2 days, but she could feel the scar disappearing at a visible speed. Her skin was also much smoother and fairer. It would be good if it was used to beautify one's face. Yili heaved a sigh of relief. That's good. I thought that old man was bluffing. But if he dares to bluff me, he won't have it easy. Hearing Yili's words, Zhao Yinner couldn't help but laugh. Miracle Dr. Hua was pitiful to meet such a violent man. Chapter 724. Miracle Dr. Hua is a great doctor. I didn't expect that he would be bullied by you. Zhao Yinner said with a smile. It was probably the first time that Miracle Dr. Hua was so aggrieved. Usually, it was others who begged Miracle Dr. Hua, so he was very arrogant. No one dared to be arrogant in front of him. This time, he was defeated by Yili. Yili didn't take it seriously. The old man didn't know what was good for him. If he had given you the medicine earlier, how could he have been punched by me? Zhao Yinner chuckled. It was the first time that she saw such an overbearing and unreasonable person. But she felt that Yili was a little cute. Yesterday, when she went to Miracle Dr. Hua cried and said that Zhao Yinner had to be responsible for him. He was beaten because of Zhao Yinner. Seeing Miracle Dr. Hua's pitiful appearance, Zhao Yinner promised him that she would send some delicious food to him later. Then Miracle Dr. Hua was happy like a child. He forgot that he was beaten for a while. Okay. You are right. You are a little cutie. Everything you say is right. Zhao Yinner said to Yili with a smile. Yili didn't understand what Zhao Yinner meant by little cutie. The stall continued to be opened. The business was getting better and better. There were many customers. Girls and women who were attracted by Yili's appearance came in batches. With so many customers, Zhao Yinner, Mulan and Liang Jinxiao could handle it in the beginning. But now they were almost overwhelmed. If they could recruit a reliable helper to help them, they wouldn't be so flustered and exhausted. For the recruitment, Zhao Yinner did not have a suitable candidate in her heart. She only trusted a few people. Liang Jinxiao said to Zhao Yinner, Yinner, why don't you ask Pinger to come and help tomorrow? Although Pinger can't help much, one more person is always useful. Zhao Yinner shook her head. Forget it, mother. Sister Pinger won't come for nothing. I guess I have to pay her a good salary before she is willing to do it. Since I have to pay her, I can spend less money to hire someone who is more agile. Oh, that's true, Liang Jinxiao sighed. If she let Zhao Pinger help for nothing, that girl would definitely not be willing to do it. But Yin'er wouldn't be willing to spend money to hire her. Yin'er, we're so busy every day. If we really can't do it, we can spend money to hire someone to come over. Anyway, there are many people in our village, and many of them are good at work. Liang Jinxiao suggested. Mulan also said, yes, Yin'er, why don't we spend money to hire someone to come over? In fact, we can't pay much money a month. We only need to work in the morning, and it won't delay much. I'm afraid many women in the village will be willing to come over. After all, it's not easy for women to have a chance to earn money. Hearing Mulan and her mother's words, she thought that it was really tiring for her to work with the two of them. Earning money was one thing, but she couldn't torture her body. So she said, okay, then let's hire another person. How much should we pay her a month? Not too much. It's fine as long as she thinks it's worth it. I think 500 copper coins a month is enough. Let her come over with us. Who wouldn't be willing to earn half a kilogram of meat a day? Mulan said. Chapter 725. Liang Jinxiao added, 500 copper coins is good enough. Many people are willing to do it. When the time comes, we can talk to her about it. If she's diligent, we can consider the situation and increase her salary. Zhao Yin'er readily agreed. All right then, we'll do as mother and sister-in-law Mulan say. Yes, yes. But mother, sister-in-law Mulan, who do you think is more suitable in our village? Or rather, who do you think is more reliable? At this point, Mulan and Liang Jinxiao were silent for a moment. They began to think of the more reliable people in their minds. They did not know most of the people in the village very well. They only had casual acquaintances, so they were not sure who was the most reliable. I think they're all about the same. Yeah, Yin'er, I think they're all about the same. It's fine as long as they're suitable. We don't have to be so picky, right? Zhao Yin'er smiled. It was not that she was picky, but Zhao Yin'er would be worried if unreliable people came over. Let's look for more and ask around in the village. If the people we recruit don't work, we'll return them, Mulan said. Zhao Yin'er thought that was the only way. Okay. When it was close to 8 o'clock, the stall was busy and almost could not handle the guests. At this time, Ma Xiaofeng actually came. She did not say anything and went straight to Zhao Yin'er's stall to offer to help them. Sister Yin'er, auntie, let me help you. You're so busy. As she spoke, she turned around and went to the table to clean up the debris, bowls, and chopsticks on the table. Liang Jinxiao hurriedly said, Ah, little phone, why are you here? Put it down, put it down. I can do it. I don't need your help. Ma Xiaofeng also hurriedly said, It's okay, auntie. I know how to do these chores. Little phone girl, I didn't say that you don't know how to do it. It's just that it's better for me to do this tiring job. Auntie, there are a lot of guests. You should hurry up and entertain them. I'll help to clean up the table. Anyway, I'm free now. Seeing that the guest was urging him, Liang Jinxiao sighed and hurried to entertain the guest. Yin'er, look at Xiaofeng's girl. Liang Jinxiao winked at Zhao Yin'er. Zhao Yin'er glanced at Ma Xiaofeng and saw that she had neatly cleaned up her table so that the guests could sit down properly. Mother, don't worry about her. If she wants to help, just let her help. Zhao Yin'er said faintly. Sigh. I don't know why this girl would want to help out at our stall. Liang Jinxiao frowned and pondered for a moment. I don't know. Zhao Yin'er shook her head and couldn't figure it out. This Ma Xiaofeng had a lot of thoughts. Who knew what she was up to? After seeing Ma Xiaofeng being so diligent, Mulan whispered to Zhao Yin'er's ear. Yin'er, actually, I think Ma Xiaofeng is not bad. If you get a woman to come over, she definitely won't be as busy as she is. Moreover, her family isn't having an easy time. Zhao Yin'er knew that Mulan was probably overflowing with sympathy and sympathizing with Ma Xiaofeng. Even if she comes to help for free, I don't care. Mulan was a little puzzled. Yin'er, why is that? It's a long story, but I definitely won't use her, Zhao Yin'er said firmly. Chapter 726. When it was past 8:30, there were fewer customers, and Zhao Yin'er and the other two could spare some free time. Ma Xiaofeng was already panting from tidying up these things. Seeing Zhao Yin'er looking over, Ma Xiaofeng wiped the tears on her forehead and smiled at Zhao Yuner. Little sister Xiaofeng, why are you in such a good mood to come over and help my family today? Zhao Yuner asked with a smile, but her voice couldn't help but be faint, without much emotion. Big sister Yuner, I went to the town to sell vegetables today. I sold half of them and earned a few copper coins. I was going to your stall to buy 2 vegetable buns to eat. Seeing that your family is so busy, I thought it would be better to lend a hand and come over to help. Ma Xiaofeng explained. Zhao Yuner caught a glimpse of Ma Xiaofeng's basket that still had half of the vegetables left, so she said to Ma Xiaofeng, that's really delaying little sister Xiaofeng's work. Little sister Xiaofeng should sell the rest of the vegetables. In any case, you can earn more money. Ma Xiaofeng waved her hand. It's okay, big sister Yuner. I can earn a little money by selling vegetables. You're the one who can earn a lot of money by setting up a stall. Little sister Xiaofeng, what you said is wrong. You're the one who can earn money by selling vegetables. Why do you, an outsider, worry about me earning more money? You'd better leave quickly. It's still early. At this time, the rest of the vegetables will definitely be sold out. Being urged by Zhao Yuner like this, if she stayed, it would seem that she wasn't tactful. Ma Xiaofeng bit her lips unwillingly and said to Zhao Yuner, then big sister Yuner, I'll go sell vegetables first. If your stall continues to be busy like this, it's okay to let me come over and help. I'll be happy if I can help you and auntie. Zhao Yuner's lips curled into an indifferent smile. Got it, little sister Xiaofeng. As Ma Xiaofeng spoke, she took her basket and left. After a few more bushes, Zhao Yuner began to prepare to close the stall. When they reached home, Zhao Yuner had nothing to do in the afternoon, so she waited for Mu Lianfeng and Daodu to come home. But after waiting for a long time, Zhao Yuner frowned and couldn't help but feel anxious. Before Mu Lianfeng left, he had told her that he would return to Shuilan village today. What was the matter that delayed him? Zhao Yuner wondered if it was because Mu Lianfeng and Daodu had finally returned, and matriarch Mu missed them too much, so she asked the father and son to return later. But if that really was the case, Mu Lianfeng should have sent her a letter earlier. Wasn't he afraid that she would worry? Zhao Yuner had been vexed for quite a while because of the matter of waiting for Daodu and Mu Lianfeng to return. She planned to go to Yang City tomorrow and ask around for information. In the dead of night, there was no sound in the surroundings. Suddenly, there was a knock on Zhao Yuner's door. Zhao Yuner woke up from her sleep and frowned rather cautiously. Who is it? Zhao Yuner called out to the door. Madam, it's me. Open the door. It was Mo Yan's voice. There was a bit of anxiety in his voice. Zhao Yuner hurriedly climbed down from the bed and opened the door of the house. As soon as she opened the door, she saw Mo Yan supporting someone in. Mu Lianfeng? What was wrong with him? Zhao Yuner's heart clenched. She asked Mo Yan. What's wrong? Madam, master. What's wrong with your master? Madam, master has been poisoned. Mo Yan sighed. Chapter 727. Zhao Yuner asked, what's going on? Mo Yan's face sank as well. She began to explain to Zhao Yuner that Mu Lianfeng and Daodu had been intercepted on their way back to the village. That group of people was skilled in martial arts. Even if he and Mu Lianfeng were alone, they would not be able to deal with them. Moreover, there were so many of them. There were 20 to 30 of them. The 2 of them would not be able to retaliate against these experts. These people were about to capture Mu Lianfeng and take Mu Lianfeng and Daodu away. But Mo Yan and a few of her subordinates chased after them desperately. In the end, they risked their lives to save Mu Lianfeng. But Mu Lianfeng was struck by an arrow as well. The arrowhead had been smeared with poison, which poisoned Mu Lianfeng. Zhao Yuner frowned very deeply. Just who had they offended? Why did they attack Mu Lianfeng for no reason? Only after hearing Mo Yan's explanation did Zhao Yuner notice that there was an arrowhead on Mu Lianfeng's shoulder. The shaft had been snapped off, and the arrowhead was buried in his clothes, so it was rather difficult to discover. However, there was a sliver of blood on his shoulder. It was probably due to the poison, as the blood was black. Mu Lianfeng's lips were jet black as well. His face was pale white, and he was extremely weak. If the poison could not be cured, Mu Lianfeng's life would probably be in danger. Zhao Yun'er's heart clenched. No matter how capable she was, she did not know everything. She did not know how to cure poisons. As a result, she said to Mo Yen, "Mo Yen, you should have sent your master back to the crown prince's estate. Aren't you just wasting time by sending him to me?" Mo Yen had no idea what to say when it came to this. The reason why he sent Mu Lianfeng to Zhao Yun'er was because Mu Lianfeng mumbled Zhao Yun'er's name before he fell asleep. Secondly, in the chaos, Daodu had been taken away by those people. Mo Yen understood how important Daodu was to Mu Lianfeng and Zhao Yun'er. He could not absolve himself from the blame for not being able to save Daodu. "What's wrong?" Zhao Yun'er asked. She had a bad premonition. "Madam, I'll tell you, so you can be mentally prepared." Zhao Yun'er's eyebrows twitched and she said, "It's fine. Go ahead." "Madam, actually what?" "Actually, even if Master was sent back to the Crown Prince's residence, it would be useless. He has never been poisoned like this before. The doctors in Yang City and the Crown Prince's residence don't know what to do and probably can't cure him. And, Madam, the young master has been taken away by those people. Mo Yin is useless, so please blame me." As Mo Yin said that, she knelt before Zhao Yun'er and said to Zhao Yun'er. She lowered her head, not daring to meet Zhao Yun'er's eyes. Zhao Yun'er's mind was immediately dumbfounded. Her mind blanked out for a moment before her lips trembled. She asked, "What did you say? Daodu has been taken away?" "Yes, madam." "How?" Zhao Yun'er found it rather hard to believe. Or in other words, she refused to accept this reality. If Mo Yin was telling the truth, wouldn't Daodu be in great danger right now? However, the problem was that she still had no idea who had taken away Daodu. How was she supposed to get Daodu back? Zhao Yun'er immediately collapsed onto the ground. Mo Yin immediately supported Zhao Yun'er when she saw this. She continued to speak to Zhao Yun'er. "Madam, Mo Yin is useless. Please punish Mo Yin." Let alone Zhao Yun'er. Once his master woke up, he would definitely blame him for not saving Daodu. Chapter 728. Mo Yin still had her own selfish motives. She made up her mind to save Mu Lianfeng first. This was because Mu Lianfeng was her master. With him around, she could take care of the situation. If even Mu Lianfeng was gone, what was the point of her subordinates existing? Zhao Yun'er glanced at Mo Yin. How could she blame her? No one wanted something like this to happen. She could not force Mo Yin to save her Daodu. It was already difficult enough to save Mu Lianfeng. As a result, she said to Mo Yin, "You don't have to blame yourself. I won't blame you." "Thank you, madam." Even though Zhao Yun'er had said that, Mo Yin still felt extremely guilty. He glanced at Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Yun'er was already extremely calm. If she were a regular woman, she would have panicked right now. "Mo Yin, let's hurry up and save your master, then find out who kidnapped Daodu." Zhao Yun'er calmed down and said to Mo Yin. There was no point in panicking right now. It was better to think about how to deal with the current situation. "All right, madam. I will investigate the people who kidnapped the young master. But what about master's poison? If it's not cured in time, his life will probably be in danger." Zhao Yun'er thought about it. The poison that the general doctor can't cure. Who can cure it? Zhao Yun'er thought about it. She could only go to Divine Dr. Hua and try. Divine Dr. Hua was not a regular doctor. Perhaps he could cure the poison. If she did not try, there was no other way. She could not just let Mu Lianfeng lie here and let him die from the poison. "Mo Yin, come with me to Yang City. I'll find a divine doctor. Perhaps he can cure your master's poison." Mo Yin replied in a hurry. "All right, madam." With that, Zhao Yun'er went to the wooden hut and brought Xiao Mao out. In the middle of the night, Xiao Mao was also dozing off. Zhao Yun'er patted Xiao Mao and said to Xiao Mao, "Xiao Mao, something big has happened. Today, please make a trip in the middle of the night. It's so dark, you must not go to the wrong place." Hearing Zhao Yun'er's words, Xiao Mao immediately became spirited and barked at Zhao Yun'er. Mo Yin helped Mu Lianfeng onto the carriage. She asked Zhao Yun'er, "Madam, it's so late at night, and we can't even see the road. Can this donkey pull us? Will the car crash?" Don't worry, it's not an ordinary donkey. It can remember the way. I believe it can run well even at night. Zhao Yuner's words were heard by Xiao Mao. Xiao Mao barked twice, as if responding to Zhao Yuner. Mo Yin looked at Zhao Yuner before looking at the donkey. She had no idea why Zhao Yuner was so confident in a donkey. Get on the carriage. Let's go take a look. Yes, yes. Mo Yin got on the carriage in a hurry as well. To Mo Yan's surprise, Xiao Mao really was so capable. Even with only the faint moonlight, it was still able to run extremely steadily. Mo Yin asked Zhao Yuner in surprise, Madam, can it see the road with its eyes? How can it run so well? Zhao Yuner shook her head. I don't know. I think it's because it's run on this road so many times that it has developed a feeling for it. Maybe it can run with its eyes closed. Mo Yin nodded. I see. Madam, your donkey really is impressive. Even my horse can't run back in the middle of the night. Chapter 729. Xiao Mao continued to bray proudly. Mo Yin clicked her tongue in amazement. She had really underestimated donkeys in the past. Some donkeys were even more powerful than horses. If he had a donkey like Zhao Yuner's, he wouldn't have to carry Mu Lianfeng all the way to Zhao Yuner's place. Zhao Yuner asked about Mu Lianfeng's situation on the way. No one would come to kidnap Mu Lianfeng and Daodu for no reason. They were probably enemies of Mu Lianfeng. In the imperial court, the one who wants to make a move on master the most is the prime minister. However, the people from yesterday clearly aren't from the government. The people from the government aren't that skilled. They seem more like people from the Jianghu. There were Jianghu in ancient times as well. It was similar to what Zhao Yuner had read in wuxia novels. As long as the Jianghu people didn't break the law, the imperial court wouldn't interfere. Sometimes the organizations in the Jianghu were even more powerful than the imperial court. This was because there were many capable people in the Jianghu. There were also many people who were skilled in martial arts. Most of the time, even the imperial court didn't want to offend the organizations in the Jianghu. Zhao Yuner frowned when she heard that. She felt even more complicated. If they wanted to save Daodu, it would probably be even more difficult. Could it be that the prime minister's people found those people from the Jianghu and made a move on your master and Daodu? Zhao Yuner guessed. Mo Yin nodded. Madam, that's not impossible. Zhao Yuner sighed. It's over now. It looks like if we want to save Daodu. Mo Yin comforted her. Madam, don't worry too much. Mo Yin will definitely do her best to save the young master. Zhao Yuner could only nod. What else could she do? After a while, they finally arrived at Divine Dr. Hua's place. Zhao Yuner knocked on Divine Dr. Hua's door and yelled at his courtyard in the middle of the night. If Miracle Dr. Hua hadn't recognized Zhao Yuner's voice, he probably wouldn't have bothered to take a look. Seeing Zhao Yuner walking over, Miracle Dr. Hua asked, Last Yuner, what are you doing here? Why did you come to my house in the middle of the night? Are you not going to let me sleep? As Miracle Dr. Hua spoke, he yawned, looking tired. Zhao Yuner said apologetically, Miracle Dr. Hua, I didn't want to disturb you at this hour, but I had no choice. Divine Physician Hua, my husband has been poisoned. If we don't treat him in time, he might not make it. When Zhao Yuner said that, Miracle Dr. Hua noticed that there was someone behind Zhao Yuner. He frowned and said to Zhao Yuner, Hurry up and bring him in. If it was someone else, Miracle Dr. Hua wouldn't have bothered. He finally got along well with Zhao Yuner, so he would definitely help Zhao Yuner. Mo Yin, hurry up and bring your master in, Zhao Yuner instructed. Mo Yin quickly responded and carried Mu Lianfeng into Miracle Dr. Hua's room. Miracle Dr. Hua chuckled. Xiao Wu, come out quickly. Xiao Wu heard Miracle Dr. Hua's voice and hurriedly got up. Master, what's the matter so late at night? As he said that, he yawned like Miracle Dr. Hua. I'm here to treat someone, Miracle Dr. Hua replied. Xiao Wu opened his mouth in surprise. Master, didn't you say that you don't treat people at night? No, you haven't treated many people during the day. Today is special. Yuner is here. Speaking of Zhao Yuner, the medicine boy understood. So that's how it is. Chapter 730. Miss Yin was different. Miss Yin could bring over many delicious foods. Her master could not resist the temptation of Zhao Yin's cooking. Oh, master, let's hurry up. Bring me my medicine box. Got it, master. After the apprentice responded, he hurriedly got to work. Mo Yin placed Mu Lianfeng on a soft couch. Divine Dr. Hua walked over and began to examine Mu Lianfeng. After examining Mu Lianfeng, Divine Dr. Hua's frown deepened. Zhao Yin's heart had been tense the entire time. Seeing Divine Dr. Hua's reaction, she could not help but ask, Divine Dr. Hua, have you never seen this poison before? Is it incurable? Divine Dr. Hua sighed. It's not that I don't recognize this poison, but it is indeed a little troublesome to treat. Why do you say that? If I'm not wrong, he should be suffering from the 7 purities poison. This poison was refined by a senior brother of mine. He's the only one who has the antidote. Divine Dr. Hua said. Zhao Yin's heart immediately turned cold when she heard Divine Dr. Hua's words. Divine Dr. Hua, does that mean there's no cure for this poison? Mo Yan's brows were also furrowed. She was worried for Mu Lianfeng. If Mu Lianfeng really could not be cured, what should she do? Divine Dr. Hua waved his hand. Don't worry. Even if I can't cure him, can't the person who made the poison do it? I'll concoct a medicine for him now. It should be able to suppress the poison in his body for half a month. Yin, you can seize this half a month's time to ask for the antidote. Once you get it, you can just feed it to him. Zhao Yin knew that this was the best Divine Dr. Hua could do. Suppressing the poison for half a month was indeed enough time for her to treat him. But where could he get the antidote? Seeing Zhao Yin's worry, Miracle Dr. Hua said, Last Yin, my senior brother should be living out his retirement in Red Jade Villa. He is good friends with the Villa Lord of Red Jade Villa, and has been living there for a few years. He hasn't gone anywhere else. Therefore, Zhao Yin could go to Red Jade Villa now. Mo Yin had heard of the Red Jade Mountain Village before. It was a relatively large organization in the Jianghu. It was located at the foot of Mount Qing, and was a day's journey away from Yang City. Mo Yin said to Zhao Yin, Madam, the young master might have been taken there. It's good to go and take a look. Zhao Yin also thought the same in her heart. Based on this detailed deduction, it should be those people from Red Jade Villa. Even if she couldn't get the antidote, she could ask about Daoda's whereabouts. If possible, he would rescue Daodu. Miracle Dr. Hua, I wonder if your senior brother will give me the antidote if I go? Zhao Yin asked rather worriedly. How about this? Little girl Yin, I'll give you a keepsake. When he sees this keepsake, he should give it to you for my sake. With that, Miracle Dr. Hua took out a medallion. There were patterns engraved on it that Zhao Yin did not recognize. Zhao Yin accepted it and thanked him. Thank you, Miracle Dr. Hua. If you really want to thank me, then send more delicious food over in the future. Zhao Yin nodded in a hurry. Of course, Miracle Dr. Hua. Don't worry. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. That's good. Just leave your husband with me. Hurry up and go to Red Jade Villa. Don't miss the time. Zhao Yin replied in a hurry. Then I'll be troubling you, Miracle Dr. Hua. Chapter 731. Zhao Yin quickly shut her mouth. She knew that Divine Dr. Hua didn't pay attention to these things with her mouth. Later on, she really had to do what Divine Dr. Hua said, and send more delicious food over. It was better than any skill with her mouth. Zhao Yin and Mo Yin put down Mu Lianfeng and left. Although they were in a hurry, they were not in a hurry. It was inconvenient at night. Zhao Yin was worried that Xiao Mao would be exhausted, so she planned to ride a horse to the Red Jade Manor. After returning, Zhao Yin and Mo Yin quickly got some rest. Early in the morning, they went to Liang Jinxiao and gave him some instructions. Afterwards, they hurried to the Red Jade Manor with Mo Yin. Within the Red Jade Manor, the large manor was reflected in the forest. It was quiet and peaceful like a paradise. Flowers bloomed beautifully in the manor. There were a few petals scattered on the ground. A woman in plain white clothes said to a middle-aged man, Husband, I heard that a child was brought back from the Red Jade Manor yesterday? This woman was the wife of the manor lord, Shen Yueqing. The middle-aged man was the manor lord Li Batian. Li Batian replied, "Yes, madam. We did bring a child to the manor." "Who is this child? Why did you bring a child back for no reason? You even locked a 3-year-old child up in the room. That's just too cruel." She had only found out today, after being locked up for a night. She hurriedly told the servants to take good care of the child. It wasn't that she was kind-hearted, but she truly liked children. She only had one child in her life, and it was with great difficulty. Now that the child was not in front of her, she felt an irresistible sense of intimacy when she saw the child. Li Batian sighed. "Madam, that child should be the heir's child. Although I'm not very sure they look similar." "So what? An adult's business is an adult's business. Tell me, why did you drag a child into this? Is it really good to treat a child like this?" "Madam, I agreed to help the Prime Minister imprison the heir. We didn't catch him, but his child is in our hands. At least we have a condition for negotiation, right? Not to mention that we have to do what we promised. We also owe the Prime Minister a favor." Li Batian frowned and sighed. "That won't do. Batian, our Red Jade Manor has its own principles. When did we use a child as a condition for negotiation? Let's send the child back. Such a small child is so pitiful. How worried will his parents be if he leaves them?" Shen Yueqing put herself in the other's shoes and felt more sympathy for them. The child's mother was probably very worried. There was once when her went missing for half a day. She almost went crazy and searched the entire mountain villa before finally finding Yi. Shen Yueqing didn't want to experience it again when she recalled her feelings at that time. After disappearing for a day, the child's mother must have gone crazy from anxiety. Chapter 732. Do whatever you want. It's because of your character that you sent Yi away. Shen Yueqing got up and left after throwing out this sentence. Li Batian sighed as he watched Shen Yueqing leave. Sigh, his wife was like that. She couldn't understand his unspeakable difficulties. However, Li Batian's eyes darkened when Shen Yueqing mentioned Yi. He had been away from the villa for so long. He didn't know how he was doing. It was the first time the child had been away for so long. The people outside the villa were unpredictable. How could he deal with them? However, it was good to let that kid suffer a little. Otherwise, that kid wouldn't know the immensity of heaven and earth, and wouldn't know the rules. He had to know that the outside world was difficult, so that he would miss the good things at home. After Shen Yueqing and Li Batian were done talking, she went to Daoda's place. Daoda was the child that Shen Yueqing was talking about. She pushed the door open and saw Daoda curled up on the small bed. His little body was trembling, and his knees were buried between his legs. Daoda became even more nervous when he heard the door open. He lifted his little face from between his legs and stole a glance at Shen Yueqing. Shen Yueqing's heart ached when she saw Daoda in this state. She comforted Daoda gently. "Don't be afraid, child. I won't hurt you." Shen Yueqing walked up to Daoda and touched Daoda's little face with her large palm. Daoda shrank back. Sigh. Shen Yueqing sighed softly. She could understand why Daoda was so afraid of her. After all, he was just a child. How could he not be afraid when he left his parents and came to an unfamiliar environment? "Child, believe me, I'm different from those bad people. I really won't hurt you. Here, I brought you something to eat. Hurry up and eat it," Shen Yueqing said as she took out the pastries in her hand and handed them to Lil Pi. Daoda smelled the aroma of the pastries. Plus, he was hungry, so he couldn't help but take a few more glances. He couldn't help but swallow his saliva. "Eat, it's fine. You must be hungry, right?" Shen Yueqing said softly. Perhaps it was because Shen Yueqing's voice was too gentle, or perhaps it was because Daoda was too hungry, but he couldn't hold it in any longer. He carefully reached out his hand and grabbed a piece to chew on. Shen Yueqing continued, "Child, if you like to eat it, then eat it all. I still have a lot here. I'll bring you more when you're done." Daoda caught a glimpse of the gentle smile on Shen Yueqing's face. Coupled with Shen Yueqing's dainty appearance, he became much closer to Shen Yueqing. Looking at this aunt, she didn't seem like a bad person. So he asked Shen Yueqing, "Are you a bad person like them?" They captured Daoda. As Daoda spoke, His little face looked a little aggrieved, and his mouth twitched. Do I look like a bad person to you? Shen Yueqing asked with a smile. Doubda glanced at Shen Yueqing and shook his head. You don't. Then it's fine. Shen Yueqing touched Doubda's smooth little face. She really liked this pink and tender child. If only such an adorable child was her son or grandson. Her year was already at the age of marriage. When would she give birth to such a cute child for her? Chapter 733. Doubda finished the plate of pastries, which showed that Doubda was indeed hungry. Thus, Shen Yueqing sent someone to the kitchen to make some food. Since he was hungry, he couldn't just eat pastries. He had to eat rice. After a while, the kitchen sent over the dishes. They were all very sumptuous. There were roasted chicken pieces, soy sauce duck, braised fish, steamed fish and egg soup. The fragrant smell stimulated Doubda's taste buds. When he saw the sumptuous dishes on the table, Doubda couldn't help but swallow his saliva. You must be hungry. Come and eat, Shen Yueqing said. She beckoned Doubda over and asked Doubda to eat at the table. Towards Shen Yueqing, Doubda slowly let down the guard in her heart. In response to Shen Yueqing's words, she sat at the table and began to eat. There were so many delicious dishes. Doubda had never eaten such a sumptuous meal even at the Air Mansion. He didn't know if it was because he was hungry, but the smell was unusually fragrant. Shen Yueqing served Doubda at the side, as if she was serving her own child. She was gentle and patient. Doubda couldn't help but get closer to Shen Yueqing. He felt that Shen Yueqing was indeed different from the others here. Although he was young, he had his own judgment on some things. He knew better than anyone how others treated him. Shen Yueqing's gentle gaze fell on Doubda. She said to Doubda, You said that your name is Doubda? Doubda was gnawing on a drumstick when he responded. Shen Yueqing smiled. What a cute name. Yes, Doubda, eat slowly. There are still a lot of dishes on the table. No one will snatch them from you. There's no hurry, Shen Yueqing persuaded. She was afraid that Doubda would choke if he ate too quickly. That wouldn't be good. After Shen Yueqing finished speaking, Doubda's movements suddenly paused. He didn't continue to eat. Shen Yueqing asked, Doubda, what's wrong? Why are you suddenly not eating? Doubda's eyes darkened as he said to Shen Yueqing, Doubda just misses mother. You miss your mother? Okay. Doubda nodded. Looking at Doubda's aggrieved look, Shen Yueqing felt extremely distressed, but she didn't know what to say. She could only say to Doubda, Doubda, it's okay. You can stay with Auntie for a few days. Your mother will come to pick you up later. Although she had lied to Doubda, Shen Yueqing couldn't find any other way to comfort Doubda. Really? Lil Pi raised her head and asked expectantly. Yes, of course it's true, Shen Yueqing said softly. That's fine. Doubda's mood improved a lot. Shen Yueqing urged him again. Doubda, keep eating. Okay. Doubda nodded heavily. A sliver of bitterness appeared on Shen Yueqing's lips when she saw how Doubda was behaving. She sighed gently inside. She had no idea what to do. On the other side, Zhao Yin'er and Mo Yin hurried to the Red Jade Mountain Villa without stopping. Qing City was not very far away. Zhao Yin'er rejoiced over this place. If it were too far away, how would she have the time to go back and get the antidote back? After traveling for an entire morning, Zhao Yin'er felt like her body was about to fall apart. When Mo Yin saw this, she asked with some heartache, My wife, let's rest. We don't have to be in such a rush, right? Chapter 734. Even if she did not need to rest, Mo Yin still needed to rest. As a woman, she was not hungry after not eating for so long. However, as a man, Mo Yin used up his energy very quickly. He should be hungry right now. Resting for a bit would not take up too much time. Zhao Yin'er nodded. All right then. Let's rest. All right, Zhao Yin'er nodded. The two of them stopped by the side of the road and took out their canteens of water. They drank some water and ate some food. Madam, are you tired? Mo Yin asked. I'm fine, Zhao Yin'er said. She no longer felt like her body was hers, so she could not care about how tired she was. All she wanted to do was reach the Red Jade Mountain Villa earlier, save Doubda earlier, and obtain the antidote for Mu Lianfeng earlier. She did not want to think about anything else. As long as she could endure it, it did not matter if she was a little tired. Sigh. Mo Yin looked at Zhao Yun, and felt rather touched. It was just far too difficult for his madam to do so much for his master. If Zhao Yun could obtain the antidote this time, it would be equivalent to his master's life. That way, the old madam should be able to agree to his master and the madam being together, right? He had to properly report everything that Zhao Yun'er had done to the old madam, so that she could beautify Zhao Yun'er. After resting for a while, Mo Yin felt like she had not even warmed up from her seat when Zhao Yun'er urged her to move. Let's go. Let's continue on our way. Mo Yin could only agree. Even a weak woman like Zhao Yun'er was working so hard, so he could not drag her down as a man. All right, madam. Let's go. All right. The two of them mounted their horses in a handsome manner. They raised their whips and continued off in the direction of the Red Jade Mountain Villa. It was already night time when they arrived at the villa. Zhao Yun'er and Mu Lianfeng had overlooked an important issue, which was that even if they came to the villa, it would be very difficult for them to enter. This was because the villa was heavily guarded. They would not let people in easily. Madam, what should we do now? Although we're here now, it's useless if we don't go in. We won't be able to learn anything from inside. We can't just stand outside the villa and wait for the people inside to come, right? Mo Yin muttered to Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Yun'er glanced at Mo Yin indifferently and said, I'm here. What's the rush? Madam, have you thought of an idea? Mo Yan's eyes lit up. Zhao Yun'er nodded. Yeah, I can't count on you, so I have to do it. This person was already at the entrance of Red Jade Villa. If he didn't go in, then wouldn't everything he did today be in vain? Madam, it's good that you've thought of it. Madam, you're still the best. Mo Yin hurriedly flattered. Zhao Yun'er replied, well, let's not talk about this anymore. Let's go and try. It's more important to sneak into the villa first. Zhao Yun'er pulled Mo Yin to the entrance of the Red Jade Villa. She suddenly grabbed Mo Yan's arm intimately, causing Mo Yin to shudder uncontrollably. Mo Yin looked at Zhao Yun'er in some surprise. She did not understand what Zhao Yun'er was trying to do, so she asked nervously, Madam, what are we doing? Holding my arm like this isn't very appropriate. This was the first time he had been so close to a woman. If it was someone else, he would have said something, but this was Zhao Yun'er. Chapter 735. Zhao Yun'er whispered into Mo Yan's ear. Just cooperate with me later. Do as I say, got it? Mo Yin nodded in a hurry. She was afraid that Zhao Yun'er would be implicated if she let her guard down. Understood, madam. All right. Zhao Yun'er pulled Mo Yin to the Red Jade Manor. She saw the guard at the entrance and said to him, Brother, my husband and I are passing by in a hurry. Seeing that it's late, and there's no place for us to rest, we don't see any restaurants or inns in the surroundings either. Can we stay in the manor for the night? My husband isn't feeling too well right now. He's cold and hungry. When Mo Yin heard Zhao Yun'er refer to him as husband, she felt like her heart was about to jump out. If master were to find out about this, wouldn't he skin him alive? With her understanding of Mu Lianfeng, if Mu Lianfeng knew about this, he would probably have 100 ways to torture her to death with jealousy. Thinking up to there, Mo Yin felt a wave of fear. She could not help but clench her butthole a little. Sigh. He could only hope that the madam would not mention this to his master in the future, or he might not even be able to keep his life. The guard glanced at Zhao Yun'er. He saw that Zhao Yun'er was dressed like a farmer's wife. There was nothing abnormal about her. The Red Jade Manor had its rules. If passers-by encountered any problems, they would help them as much as possible. They had also considered the problem of passers-by staying the night, so they had even specially built a few rooms for passers-by. As a result, she said to Zhao Yun'er and Mo Yin, Come in with me, the two of you. Yes, yes. Zhao Yun'er and Mo Yin both replied in a hurry. Mo Yin felt a sliver of admiration for Zhao Yun'er. Madam, you really are amazing. I never thought that your method would actually work. Zhao Yun'er curled her lips. I was only trying. It means that the heavens are on our side. Yeah, madam, you are right. The guard led the two of them to a courtyard with many rooms. However, the guards felt that Zhao Yuner and Mo Yin were husband and wife, so they only arranged for one room. Young lady, young master, since you've moved in, you can only move around on this piece of land. Don't go anywhere else, understand? Got it. Thank you, little brother. Don't worry, we definitely won't run around. The guard said, that's good. Since you've been on the road for a whole day, go and rest. Thank you for your concern. Yes. After the guard finished giving his instructions, he left. Mo Yin pushed open the door and entered the room. She asked, Madam, now that we've snuck in, should we look around? Zhao Yuner shook her head. It's so late at night. How can we find him? Where are we going to find them? After all, it was inconvenient in the dark. Coupled with the fact that the Red Jade Mountain village was different from other places. There were people on duty at night. If they barged in recklessly, they would not know what to do if they were caught. Most importantly, the mountain village was just too large. If they could not see the road in the middle of the night, they might end up losing their way as they searched. But madam, if we don't do anything tonight, we'll have to leave tomorrow. How will we have the time to look around? Mo Yin voiced her worries. The two of them were only lodging, and it was only for a night. They could not just shamelessly stick around during the day, right? Chapter 736. Zhao Yun, said extremely calmly. Madam, how is it simple? Mo Yin asked. She became even more curious. When tomorrow comes, just say that you're not feeling well and refuse to leave. You won't kick us out, right? Mo Yin nodded. Madam, that's all we can do. Madam, you're still the best. You have so many ideas. Zhao Yuner glanced at Mo Yin. She sure had a sweet tongue. The two of them were extremely exhausted from the journey, so Zhao Yuner told Mo Yin to sleep early. Only when they had a good rest would they have the energy to deal with matters the next day. Mo Yin began to feel troubled when sleep was mentioned. She asked Zhao Yuner, Madam, are we going to sleep in the same room? Mo Yin asked rather carefully. She seemed very conflicted. Zhao Yuner nodded and replied, Yeah, you've only arranged one room for us. What else can we do? Are you telling me to sleep outside? Mo Yin waved her hand in a hurry and said to Zhao Yuner, I wouldn't dare, madam. That's not what I meant. It's just what? Zhao Yuner raised an eyebrow indifferently. It's just that, madam. If my master finds out that we're alone together, he'll definitely skin me alive. Mo Yin lowered her head as she said that. She seemed very worried and troubled. Her ears even reddened. She was rather embarrassed. Zhao Yuner chuckled gently and curled her lips. She said to Mo Yin, We're not doing anything, so what are you afraid of? People who don't know might even think that you're hiding something. Come, I'll give you a blanket on the bed. Put a stool together and sleep on the side. Zhao Yuner carried over a blanket from the bed and passed it to Mo Yin. Mo Yin accepted it and did as Zhao Yuner said. She was still worried that Mu Lianfeng would find out. Mu Lianfeng probably would not care so much. He would deal with her first, therefore. He rested for a night with some trepidation. Zhao Yuner was in a hurry, and her body was exhausted. She fell into a deep sleep after lying on the bed. The next morning, the two of them ate breakfast in the Red Jade Villa before Mo Yin began to feign illness. Zhao Yuner pitifully begged the steward of Red Jade Villa. Uncle, I beg you. My husband is not feeling well. If we hurry, we don't know what will happen. Can you stay here and wait for my husband to get better before we leave? The steward looked at Zhao Yuner's pitiful pleading eyes and nodded. Wait a moment, I'll go ask my wife. The guests who stayed in Red Jade Villa would not stay for too long. If they really stayed, they would have to report to their master. Thank you, uncle. Thank you for your hard work. It's all right. Miss, take care of your husband and rest well. After the steward left, Zhao Yuner asked Mo Yin in doubt. The people of Red Jade Villa don't seem like bad people, so why? Mo Yin shook her head. I don't know either. My wife, no one knows about this. Maybe they have their reasons. Zhao Yuner sighed, perhaps. It's fine as long as they don't bully my Daodu. Yeah. The young master will definitely be fine. Mo Yin comforted her. Chapter 737. Zhao Yin'er thanked him in a hurry. Thank you, uncle. Thank you, madam. The person in charge waved his hand. It's fine. My madam is kind. You're just lucky to have encountered her. Yes, yes. Listening to the steward's words, Zhao Yin'er was curious about what kind of person the madam of Red Jade Villa was. If she was a good person, she probably wouldn't be too cruel to a child like Daodu, right? Even though that was the case, Zhao Yin'er still felt rather worried. Without a single person by Daoda's side, would Daoda cry out of fear? Zhao Yin'er stopped thinking about this. The more she thought about it, the more irritated she felt. She needed to find Daodu as soon as possible, and have Daoda by her side. Only then would she be at ease. After the person in charge left, Zhao Yin'er and Mo Yin strolled around the Red Jade Manor. Fortunately, the people of the manor did not restrict their freedom. The manor was very large. The two of them searched for quite some time, but they failed to find a single clue about Daoda's whereabouts. Somewhere in the manor, Shen Yueqing clutched her chest as she breathed heavily. Her complexion was very ugly. Li Batian arrived before Shen Yueqing and asked, Madam, how are you? Are you all right? Do you feel very uncomfortable? I've sent someone to get you some medicine. You should feel better after drinking it. Shen Yueqing immediately frowned when she heard about drinking medicine. She said to Li Batian, Husband, I don't want to drink medicine. How can you not drink medicine? You'll feel very uncomfortable. Aren't you just trying to make me worry? Li Batian became stern. He looked at Shen Yueqing and felt both helpless and pained. It's so bitter. I don't want to drink it. Shen Yueqing still shook her head. You be good. Good medicine is bitter. So no matter how bitter it is, you still have to drink it. You'll feel much better after drinking it. Li Batian coaxed Shen Yueqing like he was coaxing a child. Shen Yueqing breathed heavily again and shook her head again. I don't want to drink it. I don't want to drink it. No matter how uncomfortable it is. I still don't want to drink it. Sigh. Li Batian sighed heavily. Even coaxing a child to drink medicine wouldn't be like this. Actually, you can eat sweets after drinking it, and it won't be so bitter. But if he didn't take the medicine, it would really be very serious. My heart aches when I see you in pain. Li Batian frowned. If I drink it, I'll vomit and feel uncomfortable. Shen Yueqing frowned and had difficulty breathing. Li Batian hurriedly said, All right, madam, don't talk anymore. Hurry and rest. If he continued to speak, Shen Yueqing would probably feel even worse. He looked at his wife. She had been suffering from this illness for many years. It was not that he had never prescribed her medicine, but every time he prescribed her medicine, she either refused to drink it or threw it away. She never drank it obediently. If it was someone else, it would be fine, but it was his wife. He probably couldn't hit or scold her. And he didn't even dare to say a harsh word to her. Li Batian was really worried about Shen Yueqing's health. If only there was a way to not only treat Shen Yueqing's illness, but also prevent her from taking medicine. Roar! Roar! Shen Yueqing clutched her chest, and her breathing quickened. Li Batian hurriedly said, Madam, are you all right? Madam. Uncomfortable. Madam. Li Batian's eyes were red and he said to the servant girl beside him, Quickly go and get divine Dr. Meng. The servant girl replied, Yes, manor head. Chapter 738. Roar! Shen Yueqing twitched. She constantly patted her chest, as if she could not catch her breath. Li Batian could only worry, but there was nothing he could do. If it was possible, he would rather bear this pain in Shen Yueqing's place. Madam, please take your medicine properly this time, all right? Your condition seems to be getting worse and worse. Roar! Shen Yueqing did not reply to Li Batian. Li Batian knew that Shen Yueqing did not agree with him. Sigh. What was he supposed to do if this continued? Li Batian could not think of a solution, because Meng Fan was in his villa. There were probably not many people in the Jianghu who were more skilled than him. Even he could not treat her without medicine. So what could others do? Zhao Yin'er and Mo Yin just happened to find Shen Yueqing. Seeing Shen Yueqing like this, Zhao Yin'er hurriedly went up and asked, Sister, how are you? Are you all right? The reason why Zhao Yin'er called Shen Yueqing sister was because Shen Yueqing had maintained herself extraordinarily well. She seemed extremely young. Dressed in white, her appearance and bearing were great, making her seem like she was in her 20s or 30s. You are. Li Batian had never seen Zhao Yin'er before, so he asked when he saw her suddenly appear. I've come to stay the night. I was looking for a latrine, so I passed by and saw this sister. Is she all right? Li Batian glanced at Zhao Yin'er. Seeing that Zhao Yin'er was dressed like a peasant, he was not too suspicious. He said to Zhao Yin'er, "It's an old problem." With that, Li Batian helped Shen Yueqing up. Shen Yueqing finally caught her breath. I'm fine, Shen Yueqing said gently to Zhao Yin'er. Glancing at Zhao Yin'er, she felt a sliver of goodwill towards her. Zhao Yin'er glanced at Shen Yueqing. She found Shen Yueqing familiar, as if she had seen her before. So you are the one who stayed overnight last night. How is your husband? Is he feeling better? Shen Yueqing asked with concern. Only then did Zhao Yin'er realize that the person sitting in front of her was the manor mistress of Red Jade Villa. And the man beside Shen Yueqing should be the villa master of Red Jade Villa. Greetings, madam. Thank you, madam, for yesterday. If it wasn't for madam, we probably wouldn't even have a place to stay. It's nothing. You're welcome. Shen Yueqing smiled and said softly. Seeing this woman, Zhao Yin'er also had a good impression of her in her heart. It would be hard to find such a beautiful and kind woman in this world. Shen Yueqing couldn't help coughing as she spoke. Looking at the woman who was supporting Lu Ruofeng, Zhao Yin'er checked her symptoms and asked, Madam, are you suffering from asthma? After Zhao Yin'er finished speaking, Li Batian suddenly looked at Zhao Yin'er. He didn't know how a country bumpkin like Zhao Yin'er could recognize the disease. So he asked, Miss, do you know some medical knowledge? Zhao Yin'er nodded. Not much, just a little. Li Batian's heart was filled with anticipation. He hurriedly asked, Miss, do you know any way to cure my wife's illness? Zhao Yin'er said, Villa Master, asthma is not a serious illness. Could it be that Villa Master didn't invite a doctor to treat it? Chapter 739. Li Batian sighed and said to Zhao Yin'er, To tell you the truth, this illness has indeed been seen by a doctor, but my family's madam doesn't like to drink medicine. Miss, may there be any way to cure my family's madam's illness without taking medicine? Zhao Yin'er nodded. So that's how it is. Only a child would not drink medicine, right? Ancient Chinese medicine was indeed unpalatable. A big bowl of soup was extremely bitter. She had drunk it for a while before, but she could not swallow it at all. This was the disadvantage of ancient Chinese medicine. It was not as convenient as modern Western medicine. Western medicine pills and capsules can be easily swallowed into the stomach. Zhao Yin'er thought for a while and said, If madam thinks it's too bitter and cannot drink it, there are other ways to cure her illness. Zhao Yin'er thought of medicinal cuisine. Making something delicious to eat could also achieve the same effect. She could give it a try. Li Batian looked at Zhao Yin'er agitatedly. Really? Miss? Before Zhao Yin'er could walk over, Meng Fan walked over and said to Li Batian, Manor Lord, if madam's illness could be cured without taking medicine, I would have treated her long ago. Why would I wait until now? Then, he looked at Zhao Yin'er with a darkened face and said angrily, You're just a little girl who doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Everyone knows that you should take medicine when you're sick. An illness that can be cured without taking medicine is considered a minor illness. There's no need to treat it. Zhao Yin'er was stunned by Meng Fan's scolding. What was going on? There was a way in the first place. She was not 100% sure, but she had to try, right? Seeing Shen Yueqing coughing and gasping for air, Zhao Yin'er felt a little heartache. Li Batian said to Meng Fan, Divine Dr. Meng, I don't mean anything else. It's just that my madam is unwilling to take medicine. I don't want her to continue dragging it out. If she continues to drag it out, what if this young lady just happens to know how to cure her illness without taking medicine? Divine Dr. Meng snorted softly. So Manor Lord is doubting my ability? No, Miracle Dr. Meng, I really didn't mean that. Then why did Manor Head ask her? Do you think that this little girl's medical skills are better than mine? Li Batian felt a little tired. When Zhao Yin'er heard this, she felt anxious, so she helped Li Batian and said, "This divine doctor, in terms of medicine, I am indeed not as good as you. But now I am not using the method of prescribing medicine. This has nothing to do with medical skills. There are many diseases that can be cured not only by taking medicine, but also by other methods." Li Batian hurriedly nodded his head. "Divine Dr. Meng, what this young lady said makes sense. Why don't we listen to her and let her try?" Divine Dr. Meng snorted arrogantly. "If you don't believe me and believe a little girl, then believe her. I won't care anymore, all right?" With that, Divine Dr. Meng flung his sleeves and left. Looking at Divine Dr. Meng's angry look, Li Batian was stunned for a moment. Then he sighed. Sigh. It seemed that he had offended Divine Dr. Meng today. Divine Dr. Meng was very confident in his medical skills at his age, so he probably didn't want anyone to doubt him. But now that someone had jumped out, and it was a little girl, he couldn't help but feel that his dignity had been insulted. Chapter 740. Zhao Yin'er shook her head. "I'm fine." She was just wondering why this old man was so arrogant. He looked a little weird. His arrogant look was comparable to Miracle Dr. Hua's. She remembered the first time she met Miracle Dr. Hua. Miracle Dr. Hua was also like this. However, Zhao Yin'er knew that although this kind of person was a little arrogant, it wasn't impossible to deal with him. Miracle Dr. Hua was much easier to coax. She wondered if Miracle Dr. Meng's personality was similar to Miracle Dr. Hua's. Zhao Yin'er suddenly thought that Miracle Dr. Meng couldn't be the senior that Miracle Dr. Hua mentioned, right? If that was the case, then Zhao Yin'er would have to ask him for the antidote. Now that she had offended him, would she still be able to get the antidote? "Miss, I wonder if you have a way to cure my madam's illness without taking any medicine?" Li Batian asked anxiously. "Manor Lord, my method is a little special. You don't have to do anything. You just have to eat something delicious. However, you need some time to eat slowly and recuperate." Hearing Zhao Yin'er's words, Li Batian was a little excited. This meant that there was a way to cure his madam's illness. He was afraid that if this dragged on, Shen Yueqing would have a bigger problem. "Then I wonder if you are in a hurry to leave? Can you stay in my residence for a few days? My Red Jade Manor will definitely treat you well. If my madam's illness can be cured, I will definitely treat you well." Li Batian thought that Zhao Yin'er was in a hurry and was busy with her own matters. Although he was anxious to cure Shen Yueqing's illness, he couldn't force her to stay. At this moment, he was anxiously waiting for Zhao Yin'er's reply. Zhao Yin'er agreed readily. "Madam is so kind to let us stay here for the night. Now that she's in trouble, I will naturally help if I can." Hearing Zhao Yin'er's words, Li Batian was delighted. "Thank you, Mississippi. You are really a good person." "It's all right, Manor Lord is too polite." Zhao Yin'er didn't waste any time. Seeing Shen Yueqing's uncomfortable appearance, she went to the villa's kitchen and began to prepare the medicinal cuisine for Shen Yueqing. Zhao Yin'er remembered that she had a cousin who had asthma and didn't like to take medicine, so her aunt made medicinal cuisine for her cousin. At that time, she was greedy and didn't care that it was used to treat her illness. She just wanted to eat it. Thus, her aunt made some for her to eat. At that time, she even laughed at her for being a glutton. She was so greedy that she even ate her cousin's medicine. Unfortunately, she was thick-skinned and did not think much of it at that time. Zhao Yin'er went to the kitchen and prepared to make porridge with dates and almonds. There were a lot of ingredients in the Red Jade Villa's kitchen. Zhao Yin'er gave a few instructions, and the servants prepared these things for her and sent them to her. This porridge with dates and almonds was not difficult to make. Zhao Yin'er took some porridge, dates, crushed sweet almonds, and japonica rice and put them together. After washing them, she put them into the pot and slowly cooked the porridge. After boiling for an hour, a sweet porridge aroma wafted out. The reason why she made porridge with dates and almonds was because the porridge had diuresis and dispelled dampness to strengthen the spleen. The dates nourished the spleen, the almonds moistened the lungs and stopped coughing, and the japonica rice nourished the body. The dampness would dispel the spleen, and the spleen would not produce phlegm. Thus, it could be used to treat asthma. Zhao Yun'er was afraid that the porridge was too bland, so she stir-fried 2 light side dishes. When paired together, it was just nice to have the porridge. Chapter 741. Shen Yueqing was still coughing from time to time. Li Batian was beside her, looking at her with worry and heartache. This time, he could only pin his hopes on Zhao Yun'er. He hoped that it was really as Zhao Yun'er said, that eating something could cure his wife's asthma. After waiting for a while, they saw Zhao Yun'er coming over with a plate of dishes. Zhao Yun'er placed the plate in front of Shen Yueqing and asked her to eat. "Manner, madam, the medicinal cuisine is ready. Would you like to try it?" Shen Yueqing and Li Batian looked at the dishes on the table. There was a big bowl of porridge, a plate of sour and spicy shredded potatoes, and a plate of chive egg rolls. This wasn't much different from what she usually ate, but eating this could actually cure asthma? Li Batian asked curiously. "Miss, is this thing that you made really able to cure illnesses?" "It's similar to what we usually eat." Zhao Yun'er smiled and said, "There's nothing special about it. It's just ordinary food. The only thing that can work is this porridge with dates and almond. I was afraid that it was too plain, so I casually cooked 2 dishes for madam to eat with the porridge." Li Batian nodded and said, "I see." Shen Yueqing looked at the food on the plate, and a fragrant smell wafted into her nose. She felt very hungry. "Madam, quickly try it." Zhao Yun'er smiled and said. Shen Yueqing smiled and replied, "Okay." Shen Yueqing picked up the chopsticks and ate a mouthful of porridge. She liked the sweet and sticky taste. It was even better than the porridge she usually ate. As she ate, she nodded and praised, "It's delicious, delicious." Li Batian saw that his wife liked it and did not resist, so he heaved a sigh of relief. This was good. If Shen Yueqing did not like it, then he did not know what to do. After tasting the porridge, Shen Yueqing continued to taste the 2 dishes Zhao Yun'er made. The sour and spicy shredded potatoes were very appetizing. When cut into shreds, they were crispy and delicious. The chive egg rolls were fragrant and crispy, which was even more delicious. Although these 2 dishes were not good dishes, it was the first time Shen Yueqing had tasted so delicious. Shen Yueqing had a great appetite. Shen Yueqing finished all the food that Zhao Yun'er prepared. Li Batian looked at Shen Yueqing in surprise. It was the first time he saw his wife to eat so much. If she had known earlier, Shen Yueqing wouldn't have been willing to take a look at the delicious food prepared in the villa. She wouldn't have eaten more. "Madam, is it really that delicious?" Li Batian asked curiously. To see that she was satisfied with the food. To see that she was satisfied. To see that. Zhao Yun'er was happy to see Shen Yueqing eating happily. To eat. To see. "If you like, I'll make more for madam tonight." To see. "Miss, you can rest well in my residence for the next 2 days. If you have any requests, don't hesitate," Li Batian said. He was very attentive, afraid that Zhao Yun'er would run away. The corners of Zhao Yun'er's mouth twitched into a smile. "Manor Lord is too polite. You have already entertained us very well. All right, there is something I want to ask. Miss, if you have something to say, just say it. There is no need to feel embarrassed." Chapter 742. Li Batian nodded. "Yes, Divine Dr. Meng is the only doctor in the entire Red Jade Manor." Zhao Yun'er was more or less sure that the senior that Divine Dr. Hua was referring to was Meng Fan. She then said to Li Batian, "That's good. May I know why Miss is asking about this?" Zhao Yun'er was afraid that Li Batian would be suspicious, so she explained, "Nothing much. I just felt that I offended Divine Dr. Meng today and made him angry. I feel bad and wanted to pay him a visit to explain things to him." Li Batian nodded. "I see. You don't have to worry about it. I will explain things to Divine Dr. Meng." No. "Manor Lord, this happened because of me. It's better for me to go. Anyway, I have nothing to do here." Li Batian saw that Zhao Yun'er was insistent, so he didn't say anything else. "Since Miss wants to go, then go. I will get someone to lead you there." Thank you, Manor Lord. Mrs. Too Polite. Zhao Yun was led to Meng Fan's residence by the servants of Red Jade Manor. However, she was blocked outside the door. She wasn't even given a chance to meet, so how could she explain things? Zhao Yun thought for a moment. Fortunately, Divine Dr. Hua gave her a token, so she could only take it and give it a try. She asked the gatekeeper to hand the token over, and after a while, someone came out and invited her in. Meng Fan's face was cold as he sized up Zhao Yun. Lass, what's your relationship with my junior? Divine Dr. Meng. I don't have any special relationship with Divine Dr. Hua. I came here to ask for an antidote. A very important person to me has been poisoned by your 7 purities poison, and only your antidote can cure it. Divine Dr. Hua asked me to come and beg you, Zhao Yun explained. Meng Fan continued to size up Zhao Yun. Although Zhao Yun said that she didn't have any relationship with his junior, Meng Fan knew that his junior wouldn't meddle in other people's business and wouldn't ask others to come and ask for the antidote. His relationship with Zhao Yun shouldn't be simple. For the sake of his junior brother, he wanted to give him the antidote, but when he thought of what happened during the day, he felt unwilling. She snorted softly and said to Zhao Yun, Girl, aren't you very powerful? You don't even need to take medicine to cure your illness. Could it be that you can't even cure my poison? The corner of Zhao Yun's mouth twitched. She had an indescribable feeling. He sighed and said to Meng Fan, Divine Dr. Meng, you've really misunderstood. I've explained it to you before. I'm not denying anything. It's just that our methods are different. I'm eating it together with food. It's not that I don't have any knowledge of pharmacology. Zhao Yun still wanted to explain, but Meng Fan couldn't bear to listen any longer. You're still exaggerating in front of this old man. This old man wants to see if it's really like what you said. If Madame's illness can really be cured by you, then I will give you the antidote. If you can't cure her, then this old man will definitely not give you the antidote for your irresponsible behavior. After saying that, Meng Fan started to chase her out. Zhao Yun was helpless and could only leave. But since Meng Fan said this, she still had a lot of hope, because Zhao Yun knew that her medicinal cuisine method should be able to cure Shen Yueqing's illness. Now she could only hope that Shen Yueqing would be able to get better soon, or that her illness would take a huge turn for the better, so that she could get the antidote earlier and go back to save Mu Lianfeng. Thinking of Mu Lianfeng, Zhao Yun's nose turned sour. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Sword of Destiny YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.